Yeah, or audio sounds.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So everything looks like it's going just fine. Looks like audio is being picked up from the game.
Alright, alright.
So we should be good.
Yeah, the volume should still be the same as it was last time.
Okay. Go ahead and press, yeah. Start.
Alrighty.
And then as we get started, we're on the second one in the middle. It's very helpful, I know.
Are we Desmond, or Desmond?
I think we're Desmond this time, actually.
Desmond, of course.
Desmond.
Okay, that's 3 different answers, guys.
That's just how things go.
Oh, hey, a lot of money.
You
I
should just
found
be
this
gentle
awesome
with it.
place for you to explore and practice your skills. Santa Maria de
Okay,
Praga.
better.
I've marked it on your map.
Oi, what the hell, man? Just for that, you get the knife.
You get enough. And you get enough. Everyone gets enough.
It must be anonymous. They didn't say it.
Close enough.
It wasn't. There's 4 dead guards in the front. It's
There's no way they'll connect that to me.
yeah, no.
Oh, there's a random codex page.
Why would they? Why would they?
Yeah, they're just everywhere, of course.
Potion cellar.
One of the few doctors without a mask.
You know, something just seems so wrong about it.
That should feel better.
Are you even a plague doctor if you don't have the mask?
Well, I can't stab him and I can't rob him. That's disconcerting.
Well, the easiest way to rob him is to fight back.
And that was terrible.
Yeah.
That's okay, we're always terrible.
Are we?
Yeah, it's always terrible in Italy.
Get away from
I
me.
thought that was Philadelphia.
Go!
You
Or
have disappointed me, miss.
No, it's always sunny
I
in
tend to
Philadelphia.
get violent
I can
when
never
I'm
tell this.
I
disappointed.
think it's also always sunny in Italy, to be fair.
Oh wow, there's a lot of things.
I don't think I've seen it any other kind of weather.
Yeah.
I guess the Animus exchange subtitles for weather patterns.
I guess.
Animus 3.0. Now it's right.
I know the part of the thing of the Animus is like, yes, it's to make it as authentic as possible, but without something, so that way, for like ease of use, that's why there's always like a bunch of buildings in perfectly good locations. And that's probably the weather as well.
I think it's just Italian construction. Just like,
Oh, and Italian construction is also just like that.
Okay, I need to hide. Why can't I hide?
Ow.
Okay, I'll admit, I still got hit, but that was surprisingly effective.
Yeah, I mean, it worked.
it's simple. You're just bad at video games.
I'm not bad at video games, I'm amazing at video games.
Plus, I can swim.
That is true. That is a unique special power.
Oh shit, they can attack me in the water.
But hey, yeah, we're,
There's no way in hell I could have predicted that.
So you know how when,
wow, rude.
you know how, as we talked before, the Fate Assassins, their thing is each one of them, after the founder, who they all have their own special, unique ability. You know, they got their one gimmick.
I find it very amusing that we can swim, but nobody else can.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying here is that's my thought is that Ezio's gimmick is he can swim. That's his unique ability as a leader of the assassin order.
You know, that's fair.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I can see it.
Altair has the thing is Old Man of the Mountain, and it's just the first one, and also the coolest and best.
Oh no.
They keep throwing rocks.
I didn't want them to rock my world.
Good to know you can chug medicine while you're in the ring.
Of course. The river water makes it a little smoother even.
As
You can't escape.
And now you're right back where you
Step
started.
your face
Yep.
peacefully.
But this time, I have them outnumbered. Oh shit, no I don't.
You won't run away this time.
sure.
I think the real answer is that 1 is the loneliest number.
Didn't I kill all of you already?
Yeah, they respond.
Find him. You there.
Okay, that didn't work. I was kind of worried that was going to work.
Yeah. One of them probably still had line of sight on you. Otherwise, it probably would have worked.
Yeah.
Get them!
You know, all things considered, this is going surprisingly well.
I feel like this is really against the Ezio spirit.
Oh yeah, probably.
What about it?
No, this is Altair. This is what Altair would do. Not Ezio.
Yeah, that's true. Altair is the master. Nobody can notice if there's nobody to notice.
As we
Frequently,
especially found out during the time when I was playing Altair.
because very frequently, very smooth. Very frequently, in the first game, you just hit a point where it's just, yep, you just physically cannot really proceed without killing every single person in your vicinity, just because getting anonymous is so annoying.
Yeah.
By running in that game.
Wow, they're being up with tortoises now.
Of course, they associate with a criminal.
There we go. Finally managed to counter.
I think you're gonna need more than counters to deal with this.
You say that. But if I'm actually get good at this game,
Yeah, there's the qualifier.
hey, HP greater than 0.
Yeah, that's true. HP going 0.
Yes. Have you noticed that your HP is starting to get less and less greater than 0 every time, though?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, there's no AP reduction. What are you talking about?
Remember the shield. Get them! Flank and keep it. Right now!
This is going great.
I want no part of this.
This is going great.
I want no part of this.
Remember the way we go down this week.
Yeah, I'm really glad that you're invincible during that whole counter
That's the
animation.
power of the Acre. Another line is probably stealing from Sora.
It's really a miracle how we got the progression from this exact moment that led us into the Arkham battles.
I hate that you're right,
Yeah.
but you are right.
I want no part of this.
I love the fact that counters heal you. That's the only reason I'm still alive. Successful counters, I mean.
Figlio di puttana!
Oh shit.
Darn, so close. You were so close.
Yeah, I think it really.
And they were
was-
attacking the water. Apparently, the water assaulted them.
Yeah, Rock.
It teamed up with me. It helped me hide.
Rocksteady, that's what it is. Rocksteady were truly genius to realize.
Oh,
Forget all these like side-scrolling beat 'em ups. Forget all of these like weird, 2000 era platformers. Forget all that. The perfect game to make into our Batman game is Assassin's Creed.
I mean, honestly,
And they were right.
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
Like even
Despite some of
they
the
shouldn't
flaws-
have been right.
no, I know, honestly,
But
like,
they were right.
It makes sense considering like what a lot of the things that Batman could do. It's like if Assassin's Creed, that's fair.
Because you look at despite some of the flaws, particularly some specific instances and stuff like that. Honestly, the Arkham games really are peak Batman. Like not in every way. There are arguments to be had with the storytelling of it. Same as with everything, of course.
Do we count that as an unarmed?
Look,
I guess.
I don't know.
I mean, you're just using your fist, so it's still unarmed.
And if not, they can cancel us on X. Do any of us have an X account?
No.
Okay.
Okay, that's a lie.
I also refuse to acknowledge that name, so
I do technically actually have one. I just haven't opened it up in I think probably 5 or 6 years since the last time I used it.
I think they do still have one. It's mostly just used for easier, quick browsing of people who say funny things. That's it.
I don't think I will ever forget how nice the ability to look up with the camera is again.
It's good.
Good, because clearly the guards should have it when they're not in attack mode.
I mean, let's not go that far.
When they're in attacking mode, they can finally look up.
Oh, only when they're attacking?
Yeah.
I don't like it because it might make it harder for me.
Ora!
But
If you
fair.
were going to pick out of like every other game on like Earth to make an XP of, like in the same way, like I guess we'll do this question in two parts. One for just for Batman, since we're talking about this idea. If you were to pick like any other game to like adapt into a Batman game, aside from like Assassin's Creed and games kind of already in that vein, like with Arkham, what do you think would be your pick? Because part of it, I think, to me, it's like that's so definitive. It's kind of hard to really envision anything much like that. But I'm
Well,
curious.
at least I got stealth again. I didn't mean to do that, but at least I got stealth.
Yeah, I mean, it worked. And the answer to your question, Kaz, in all honesty, I'm thinking around the lines of some of the older 3D Zeldas.
That's
That's
fair.
fair. You could probably do a fun like adventure in Gotham with that.
I would probably be. I am thinking more along the lines of like Twilight
Get
Princess.
down now!
Fair.
That's fair.
Hmm. There it is.
I wasn't entirely sure where I would be going when I started thinking about that, but now I'm envisioning something that actively plays really strongly with the dichotomy of the two modes and does something kind of like almost a basically something that splits out into two parts entirely, where you spend like half of the game as Batman and half as Bruce Wayne in like two opposite game
Oh,
modes
like
that
Pathfinder
feedback.
Vigilante kind of.
Yeah. So I was, my initial thought was something like, oh yeah, you're doing like something that like looks different but mechanically plays like a Harvest Moon game or something.
You want it fair?
You know, or like Rune Factory, where it's like, oh yeah, you have your day phases where like you go around, you invest in businesses, you do menial tasks to like maintain public opinion and like do bullshit like this, and then use all of that to like fund your Batman stuff when you
Okay.
go into the nighttime crime hunting phases.
What button do you press to seduce people, but not so well that people think you're a successful playboy, just so much that people think you're a himbo? Like, what button do you imagine is pressed for that?
I have no idea.
Right trigger.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Just right trigger to flirt badly.
Yep.
And press F to pay respect, of course.
Of course.
Every time you go by your parents' room.
Yeah, I was not paying attention to how we're supposed to do this.
Well, you seem like you're going somewhere, so. Oh.
See, looking up, it's just so good.
But yeah, because essentially what I feel like is, honestly, I feel like it'd be hard to get a game that is more definitively the Batman experience as most people envision it.
The Bat family as represented in War of the Lions. That's what I would want for a Batman game.
That is
Yeah, that's
also kind of fair. But, yeah, so like the quintessential regular Batman experience, at least I think Arkham nails that the best. So you have to tackle a different angle if you're going to make another one and not have it just seem like you're copying that, if you're not just doing that again.
Yeah.
Which is where something, that like kind
Got
of
it.
uses Bruce Wayne like that could work. But actually, now I think about it, I've got the real solution.
Okay.
A complex, multi-layered, like, dating sim that involves the Bat family trying to separately set up Bruce Wayne and Batman on, like, multiple axes by, like, juggling, like, events and, like, coordinating missions and, like, who's going on what in order to, like, set up convoluted matchmaking schemes. Or something like
So
that.
something based off, what is it, the Bat Family Adventures or whatever?
Yeah, like something kind of in that vein could be really fun. Like, kind of lean into the silly side. Well, it's like, obviously, you still go in, you still fight, your villains or whatever, but it's like sideshows to the character drama happening in the background.
So Picky brings up saying that just sounds like a rom-com.
Yeah.
Take
Like Batman through the lens of Ranma 1/2 sounds amazing, actually.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
you could play this on both.
It's got
channels, I
enough
think.
martial arts type themes for it too.
Plus, we had the very convenient thing of he just turns into an actual bat.
I remember that Spider-Man episode, and it still haunts me.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
oh yeah, no, water got splashed on me. Oh, okay, now I'm suddenly a bat.
Yeah, I think you could also do this in reverse, where you are playing split sections of the game as both Bruce Wayne and Batman, like, you know, doing visual novel like nonsense that involves like, you know, managing your squad of minions and or children, depending on which game phase you're in. You know.
Oh, you know,
Oh, hey, look,
Ben.
way back up if I
I have a
fall.
way back up in case I fall.
Convenient.
Also, not to change the subject, but I feel like we need to go back to the pregnancy scene from last week, because it made me think of something. What if the entire DNA memory thing isn't actually storing the memory in the DNA? What if it's just basically a camera, just a really advanced alien space camera?
I mean, yeah, that is fair.
And it's just watching him from space.
Yeah, it's just recording the entire family tree, and the DNA memories thing is just the Animus using you as a antenna, basically.
Hey, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
that's a
fair.
possibility.
I feel like we haven't.
back up in case you fall.
I feel like we haven't seen anything yet, at least, to contradict that theory. Which means it's probably highly reasonable, and we should just automatically believe it.
Scotch got
That's an
conspiracy
understandable theory.
theorists. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
All right, I will take care of that.
I think we fell.
Well, don't worry. We got to way back up in case you fall. This one was on me. It didn't just get unhooked. I forgot a step while setting this up today.
That's awkward.
Some people.
It's fine.
Okay.
Oh, hey.
Nope, I'm just that good.
Didn't even fall. Nice battery low. Still warning popping up. But it is charging now, so we should be alright.
Okay, that's good.
It'll just take a minute for it to disappear, I'm sure. Yeah, there we go.
No, it doesn't.
I hope we didn't jump scare you with the battery warning a second time. This time I think it was much more obvious that it was on our end.
Yeah.
Yes, on a similar note there though, if you were going to pick like, we talked about Batman, but like, if you're just talking idea situation,
Okay, that's fair.
what do you think would be the most fun? Like just a combination, just take a game and reskin it into like
Hey, nice.
a specific like superhero of any kind, or like, you know, any kind of similar character like that. What do you think would be like a really fun combination? It could be kind of straightforwardly fun, or like, you know, being out there. Like obviously you could do really easy stuff like, oh yeah, just play, you know,
Infamous. Specifically Second Son dude's powers, but through like something code veiny for the sort of pseudo class system.
that could be pretty fun.
Yeah. Or something like Final Fantasy X-2 Stress Spheres.
Okay, something that lets you hot swap and kind of really maximize the flavor. Because
Yeah.
it was kind of awkwardly implemented there.
Yeah, one thing I was thinking about also. It just needs to be a 3D open world platformer. Batman, obviously. Batman's known for just a bunch of collectathons, right?
Yeah, basically.
Sure.
Yeah.
It depends on which villain you're fighting that week. So yes.
No. It's like you have the standard villain. It's just the Joker, and like you have the platforming sections that are about the Joker. But the main thing is just the collectathon part.
I still think the best Joker has. Still have to give it to Candyman.
Yeah.
I mean,
Candyman
always
was such a
think
good Joker.
Absolutely, like the biggest brain move of all is kill the Joker in the opening musical number and replace him with a better Joker. Like
Genuinely.
God, that takes skill to pull off. One that I of the other
Why is this the jump backwards tutorial?
But yeah, of the other kind of fusion ideas here, one that jumps out at me as being potentially very cool. Well, just one
Follow the
immediate idea
birds, Batman.
Aquaman, but it's
Call
a
of
clone.
Cthulhu?
It's a clone of Doom 2016.
You know
That
what?
is you rip and tearing your way through the Cthulhu minions. Because yes, for those of you who don't know, canonically, Aquaman fights off Cthulhu once every year to keep him from invading the oceans of Earth.
Much like how Santa Claus always visits Darkseid on Apocalypse once a year.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, so just a game where it's like, oh yeah, just the yearly Eldritch Horror hunting missions run by Aquaman or something, Possibly one where it scales up, goes worse, he has to fix it or whatever. You could do a lot of it, I'm sure. But
And we have our classic historical fantasy hunting competition. So we're going to go out and do our little hunting competition now
Yep.
against all the Eldritch Horrors, because that's just what we deal with every year.
yeah.
Wait, what? Take the entire Assassin's Creed conceit, but, I wonder what that is.
Must not be anything.
Take the entire Assassin's Creed, Animus and all that stuff, but have it be Batman's one biological kid getting lessons on being Batman, or the clone from Justice League Unlimited. Not Justice League Unlimited. Don't see from.
I don't know.
Which clone specifically? There are a lot of clones.
So, do you remember when Justice League Unlimited crossed over with that other Batman that takes place 100 years after, or 70 years
Batman
after?
Beyond.
Batman Beyond, thank you. Having him go through essentially Animus-type memories of being Batman, going through all the various genres and playing through the various games, sort of Nier Automata way of genre jumping.
Oh man, that's just really funny to me. It's like, why is this guy coming out of the manhole?
Fair. Wait, Vicky, you finally finished that jigsaw piece?
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
We were in the middle of talking about something, so I was going to bring it up. But...
Yeah, nothing's worse than missing a piece of jigsaw, so I'm glad
Yeah.
that didn't happen.
Okay.
But yeah, not good thing.
Okay,
you
don't want to
to.
draw attention.
Ow! It must be rats.
They have better things to do with their lives, apparently.
That's true.
Okay.
What else? Oh.
Huh. Well, I
Say
think...
drum.
Say German is study or just general?
No, just generally.
That's fair. Because I was kind of leaning towards sacred and profane love. Because I'm just thinking of how Ezio would answer this to his sister who's managing the accounts. Yeah, I dropped 6,300 florins on a painting. But it's a really nice painting.
Sure.
And art has.
Is there any benefit to buying these?
I think
it increases your revenue.
Yeah, I believe it.
That makes sense.
I believe it increases value. Yeah.
See? There you go.
What do you know? That's mildly disappointing. I was hoping it was a waste of money.
I think there's also you can go around the estate and actually see them.
Probably. That.
I believe you're able to go at least see it.
Some of them for sure.
Yeah, I know you're able to at least see some of them.
Oh wait. Thank you, man. I needed to lose momentum. Potion seller, give me your strongest drugs. There we go. That's the good stuff.
Nom. Tasty.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, someone, while writing an Assassin's Creed 2 fanfic, obviously, devoted 2 weeks to trying to figure out the exact kinds of medicines that would have been used in the time period that Ezio would have been mostly using them, especially the stuff he'd be able to regularly buy.
And it turns out he'd be dying of horrible poisoning.
Oh yeah, no, it would. Everything would just make you worse, but would also serve as a painkiller.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm
So
pretty sure
he's
these
just been-
medicines are more
He's just been
painkillers.
dosing up on painkillers. No wonder.
At least
No
one
wonder
of
the
the
next game goes the way it does.
At least one of
the one after.
At least one of the cities he visits would have been including trace amounts of, I think, arsenic or something?
Yeah, no, that's a good painkiller right there.
Yeah, something ridiculous was being used.
I'm pretty sure that they snack on lead chips too.
Hey,
That sounds familiar, but I
Hey.
can't. Don't quote it. Don't quote us on that one.
hey, no, those are very effective.
Yeah, that one's just based on averages, not anything specific. I mean, this is Italy.
Sure.
There's still a lot of lead in those old Roman pipes.
Oh yeah. I mean, who gets lead poisoning anyways?
Losers, that too. Okay.
Oh, that's
How
why I
best
drew
to
the
get
attention of
inside?
like 40 people.
Scaled the wall and... Oh, that's not good. I'll
Oh,
never make
scale
that
the
jump.
wall. Ah, that's not good.
To find another way.
Oh, never mind. That worked.
Oh, it's the thief tutorial.
And also this tutorial.
I thought the tutorial was that was just drawing the attention of like 30 guards.
Huh? I used to be an adventurer like you.
This is what marriage looks like in Venice.
Remember
Yeah,
you.
obviously.
You stole my money.
You never did apologize for knocking me over.
No!
Va bene, where to?
The water.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Burn Venice.
That's gonna leave a mark.
How would you
Uh.
like to go? Rope? Axe?
Okay, I know how to handle this.
She's getting away.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and she's getting attacked away.
What's wrong? Ah, yes. Bring it in.
I was gonna say, there are like a lot of like wacky kind of genre combinations that you could conceivably like make them. One that I actually remember seeing the other day, like I'm sure it looked a little bit mid, if kind of cute, but there's a thing that they did in a Lord of the Rings game. It looks like it's just Harvest Moon Shire Simulator.
Oh, I saw
Right?
that. That looks good.
It's just like Hobbit Tale or something. Like, I don't like. It's more of a cartoon graphic style, but like some of it look kind of a little interesting. But like
Conceptually, I love it.
yeah, exactly. Because that's one of those things where it's like, okay, is this going to be a good game? I don't know. It's not out yet. But there are no red flags or anything. But it is one of those things where it's like, okay, yes, it's very nice to have a Lord of the Rings game that focuses on what Lord of the Rings says is important, and not just on you
Better
know
off on my
cool
own.
things. Because of
I
course,
just killed 3 people. When before you could even draw your weapon, and you'd be better off on your own. They weren't even innocent.
Doing?
They actually deserved it.
But yeah, because in the same vein here, you got things like Shadow of Mordor, which is a fun game. It was a nice use of the Batman formula, I think, even if it is very much like
It would have been nice if it had been a Lord of the Rings game.
very like not Lord of the Rings.
I'll do anything.
Vicky says, I want to play that game. They just need to improve the character faces, though.
No, 100%. Like, I'm getting Oblivion Butterface vibes from it.
It's very yeah.
I looked up because I was saying this to myself. Yeah, this not.
Yeah, I didn't think it was.
Yeah, because you were mentioning it earlier, I don't think this is actually the person he gets married to.
Damn Archer.
So I have to look it up.
Was it?
I thought you said something like that. I might have heard it wrong. In all
I
honesty.
might have mentioned Altair's wife earlier. Pregnancy.
Well, not just Altair. I think
Oh, I didn't say anything like that.
I think you were just mentioning something about marriage in Venice or something like that. And I thought you were meaning like
Oh, the Arabs of the knee joke.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's traditionally the line referred to getting hitched.
Yeah. Okay.
Christ on my leg.
Oh, now things get tricky here.
Yeah, I've had to carry a body.
Never did
before.
catch
But
your
yeah,
name.
so I think it's kind of a nice departure to get.
On Honorato, Rosa. I'm Ezio.
this Shire
No.
Harvest Moon ass game.
What do you mean I know?
It's
No,
a
no,
nice change from kind of
no,
PvP.
it's not
Although,
that-
of course, I do also think, you know, things like, what is it, whatever the war game is one.
22.
But there was
Familiar.
that might have been.
And Picky says that they were saying thinking PS2 era with regards to Assassin's.
Yeah. Kind of similar sort
That's
of.
about the right time.
What are you doing?
Moving was like right at the start of the PS3 360 era. Why can't I pick you up? Do I have to hire these people?
No.
Yeah.
Ezio, what are you doing? Come here.
Do I have to pick you up from the other side?
There we go.
Oh, I have to pick you up from your legs. I can't pick you up from any other.
I hope you weren't planning on leaving.
How
Okay.
rude. Wow, dude.
That's rough, buddy. So, it is simply the fact that nice new taste from some of those war games, even if some of those are good. And I think we should get those things more often.
Man, Battle from Middle Earth was great.
We should get more games where you're like,
I still remember my
get
invasion
games
of
where
the
it's
Shire.
like,
I built so many towers just be. It ended up being like a 5 or 6 hour map.
It's
It did not need to be.
but yeah, I figure there should be more things that are just like, oh yes, this game is literally Peter Parker Pizza Delivery Simulator that has like
Okay, a Peter.
scenes where you're Spider-Man in between and that's it.
Okay, but actually, a Peter Parker like photography focused game, where you're still able to do the web slinging and everything, but the only purpose is the photography,
We'll go the rest of
would
the
be
way in the
amazing.
Yeah, things that are like that. You know, it's like okay, you know, it can be a superhero, it can be related to this franchise, but like, you know, we don't have to go all in on it. You know, we can just do casual stuff. Pokemon is actually really great at this.
Go! I'll deal with the
Because
guards.
Pokemon will periodically come out with games that are just like, you know, like there are several over the history where it's just like, oh yeah, you know, Pokemon Snap or whatever. Which is, oh yeah, you know,
Park, which
Kill them, Ezio,
yeah, that
quickly!
was more recent, isn't that? I remember.
well, so the original Pokepark was back in like the Wii.
Gotcha.
I think Pokepark 2 came out like for the Wii U.
Gotcha.
There was also there's been Hey You Pikachu, which was that N64 microphone.
I think there was this Pokemon Stadium games back for the GameCube era.
So there's
Those were a little closer to the traditional Pokemon.
yeah, Pokemon Stadium for the Nintendo 64. It was 64.
Because well, they did play differently, but they were still about Pokemon battling.
Yes, they were.
You know. But I mean, so it's kind of just a total.
There he is!
Oh,
Move
was
this
it also
guy!
made for the Wii?
He's a move!
Okay. I think he was saying that Pokepark 2 was made for the Wii as well. I thought it was for the Wii U.
They're all over the rooftops!
There's
Do something
Pokemon
quickly!
Rumble, which is kind of like a toy-based version, like a toy action not action RPG, but like action adventure, where they kind of look like little toys.
Huh. Neat. Fun.
I remember that. I remember that kind of for I think it was like the DS.
Okay, why have we never... Have we gotten like a Nintendogs Pokemon game? And if we haven't, why not?
We've gone sub-modes.
You had that kind of thing as minigames.
Yeah,
we-
I mean a proper game.
Yeah, no. We have. The closest would be Hey You Pikachu.
How did that knock me in?
Easily.
Excolo! Hurry, get here!
Okay, now he's just being mean.
Yeah, no, the closest Nintendo.
You should just swim away from him right now.
Yeah, I give up.
Yeah, no, the closest Nintendo idea would be Hey You Pikachu.
Wait up.
They're shooting at
I
us!
ran into a bully.
But yeah, point being, there should be more games like that.
Yeah.
You know, there should be more games like Shire Harvesting Simulator. You know,
It just reminds me of
do a pay-per-please journalism simulator where you play as Clark Kent, no Supermaning involved.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
that would be funny.
You'd still have the X-ray vision, obviously, but
Yeah, the X-ray vision is just one of the tools you use to keep up with all the bullshit going on in the game that everyone else is getting thrown out by. It's like, oh yeah, you know, you need to like analyze all these clues, do these story stuff, you know, whatever.
But these, they don't understand.
Another one that could be really, really good in kind of the DC stuff actually would be like Martian Manhunter. Do it like just a detective game.
1920s noir detective, but you're Martian Manhunter.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, you can shapeshift, walk through walls, and read minds.
It's even a
But you
character
still,
form.
but you still have to do the detective work.
Didn't
you
you
know?
spend like 40 years as a detective?
Yeah, he literally did spend like a whole bunch of time as a detective, you know, named.
You're going too far.
It's not my fault they're slow.
I think it's your fault for moving too fast.
Well, some of us just gotta zoom.
But yeah, he did spend, depending on the continuity, I think like a long time just as a regular ass detective, just living on Earth doing, you know, stuff. And I do think that
You know what? I have another thing. Just Iron Man, but it's just a flying simulator with a bunch of different Iron Man suits. That's the entire game. It's just a flying. It's just a flying simulator.
yeah, sure, exactly. Games like these, you know, you could do a lot. I think having a lot more kind of like mid-budget games that are just kind of like niche things like that would be a lot of fun.
No, definitely.
You know, I mean, very worst, you could staple these on as mini games to like your next big Avengers game or whatever.
Sadly, if you're not doing it that way, you'd essentially have to
Say a prayer later.
completely change the current economic system that AAA companies and like operate
I
in.
know.
Careful!
There was a
Really
point
do
in
it.
time though where you would
You
get a
won't
lot of
find
these kind of
Antonio.
Oh,
mid-cool
do what he
releases.
says.
Specifically, you'd want to do to what needs to be done to Hollywood as well, which is bring back the cult classic, the thing that doesn't start out successful but is over 4 or 5 years.
Hey!
The stuff
Wake up.
that takes time to pay off its investment.
Yep.
The problem is the current system just, if it isn't making money the first quarter, there's a problem. If it isn't specifically profiting the first quarter, there's a problem. And even
We
then, it
need
needs
help.
to profit a lot.
Yeah. Plus, of course, just the classic thing of the game should be finished when you
Where's
release
Antonio?
Oh well, yeah, obviously.
Make yourselves useful.
Let's not set
Clear
our
space
standards
behind.
too high.
Put her down there.
You can do a couple of patches, but it should be fully playable.
Yeah, but I grew up on Bethesda games, so...
Okay, you're right. Playable is stretching it with those. Even once they're finished.
yeah.
They've sent for help.
Look, I'm not saying I encountered
Rosa,
game-breaking
what's happening?
bugs
Sound
day
of me.
one
So,
of playing
let's
Bethesda
have a look
games.
first.
That's because I normally only got
Emails
my
for
hands on it like a week after it came out.
Get it out.
Rosa, we must take care of...
Now.
Come here, boy. Tenetela.
Yes, pull the arrow.
Okay, you know what? That's actually an actually
Sorry.
reasonable way to do
Sorry.
it if it goes all the way
Ficatelo nel
through.
culo, you're sorry.
Go fetch Bianca and be quick. Help me with this. How? Take a clean piece of linen.
Press F to grab clean
When I
linen.
remove my hand, press the cloth into her wound. Are you ready?
Press
now.
F to perform surgery.
Ben Fowler, you work well under pressure.
You should have set it up on the B button specifically because it matches the
Avanti.
blood.
Get Rosa inside so that Bianca can close the wound. You'll be all right. The worst is past.
Venissi il cancero, brutto bastardo.
Wow,
Lei è
really?
quella grandissima troia di tua madre.
Thank you.
Someone is pissy.
Rosa is most dear to me.
You'd almost
If I
think she
lost
had an
her-
arrow through her leg or something.
I've
I know,
always had
right?
a soft spot for women in distress.
So I've heard. Don't look so surprised.
Man, this guy-
we
this
know all
dude is
about you,
skinny.
Silenzio.
Yeah.
Your work in Florence and the rest of Tuscany. Good work, too. If a little unrefined.
Then you know why I'm in Venezia.
I can guess. When you have a minute, come see me in my office. There's something we should discuss.
Rosa has got some words.
Yep. Some of them can even be said in public.
Avanti.
Like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Prego. Can I offer you something?
Prego.
Biscotti.
Biscotti.
Un caffè.
Oh, yeah.
What's
okay.
cafe?
An
I'd
interesting
have a
concoction
biscotti,
brought to me
sure.
by a Turk merchant. Here.
Brought to
Have
me
a
by a
taste.
Turk merchant.
Okay. Now, will this anger some of our friends?
A little bitter if you ask me. It just seems lacking somehow. I don't know. Have you considered adding sugar maybe? Or latte?
I suppose it's something of an acquired taste. Enough about that. Now where
A taste I choose not to acquire.
Yep, same here.
I have like 3 copies I like, and one of them I first encountered at a mattress store.
I've
when
got
I was
it.
A
12.
failure at
Fair.
the Palazzo cost us dearly.
I've got it. For the detective game thing.
No
Okay.
doubt Emilio will use this post to strengthen his defenses
God, what's the name of
and
it?
continue
Murder,
his
Sole
suppression
Suspect.
of the district.
Oh, that's
May
awesome.
not
A
share
game
our
that kind of
motive,
borrows really heavily from that
but I know
walk
you
through
share
walls,
our
read
goal.
minds and stuff with like, you know,
Why not
specific
gather
rules
your
on it.
forces and try again?
You just also have the ability
To
to
act
talk to
in haste
living
will
people
bring more
in
losses.
disguises.
No.
And
We
that's
must
just that's
resupply
it.
and draw new plans.
Can you afford
Resident
to sit
Evil
around
2.
and wait?
Nor would
Specifically,
I
the
want
bit,
you to.
the bits where you're
Work with
chased
us
by what's
instead.
his face.
Already my men begin to mend today's
Because
wounds. Seek them
you're
out.
playing as a
They'll put you to
goon
work.
for the Penguin or
Sooner you
something,
and them,
and your opponent's
sooner
either
we
Batman
can
or Bane.
strike.
I haven't decided yet.
Molto bene, messere.
It's a survival horror game.
It is the right decision.
An epic. Okay, so one of the things in Alien Isolation, which we will at some point have to play, 'cause it's an excellent game. But one of the things is there's bonus content that are shorter missions where you play as a variety of characters on the station and do like a little episode. I think some of them end well, some not so well. I don't know. I haven't played most of them because main game is enough for me. But so episodic style horror, not like a sequential one, but you play small episodes as individual goons getting away from different Bat family members as part of different adventures. Here you're like a Joker goon and like, you know, Batman's crashing the place, you know, and like that's medium difficulty. This Batman, he'll beat you up, but it's not so bad, you know.
Healing well.
And like, you know,
How
if
you
you're
find
you know, you have other ones where it's like, oh,
Does
you know,
its
you're
job.
like a two-faced goon
deal
and
with
Robin's
the
after.
smell.
That's one of the
Evil.
easier stages, you know.
So,
Okay, now
You
I'm imagining a
imagine
what
roguelike.
brings you to me?
I was
And
hoping
then
you
of
could
course,
help me with
the
something.
hard mode
And
is where
that
you
would
are,
be-
you know, you're one of the
want to learn to
goons,
climb
and
the
you're
way
not
you
dealing
do.
with no Robins. You got
I
Red
mean, I
Hood
can do
after
that.
you.
Knew it.
Okay,
I
see, he's
can't,
got an
but
R on his
think
shirt, but
about
it's red. You're dead.
Franco, muove il
You aren't even
culo.
getting out of there with your kneecaps.
Show Ezio how to reach the top of that scaffolding.
Okay, but
But yeah, like just
genuinely,
episodic, like full horror.
a Batman
Begin in a hiding
roguelike
position.
where you play
Then jump to the ledge
as
above you. As you reach it,
a
grab it
goon.
with your hand.
who keeps
Pull yourself
switching
up.
to the various different villains
There.
as Batman and
So that
Co.
works?
arrest
I
your
think
boss.
so.
Only
And
one
you
way to find
slowly
out.
get
Try for
smoke,
yourself.
hide a bit of money away, steal a weapon, research those weird batarang things that you picked up on your way out because it was buried in your knee. And then at the end of the game, you promote to like a supervillain in your own right. Depending on
Grab the
what
ledge at the
upgrades
height
you
of
went
your
for,
jump.
what villains you
So?
did various
What did I
side
do?
objectives for, etc., etc.
Better.
Determines whether you're like a sane,
Wound me
reasonable
with your
person,
cruel
like Harley
words.
Quinn,
All right,
or if you go
Smoke
full
Johnson.
crazy, like the Joker, or
Put your
Mr.
skills to
Freeze,
the
Dr.
test.
Freeze.
I'm
No,
all
Mr. Freeze,
ears.
there's too many doctors.
Meet me in front of the Frari.
Fair. That could be very cool.
I just really want this roguelike now.
I kind of want to play most of the games we've discussed in the last hour.
Fair.
Language skill learned.
Finally, we're too powerful.
Which is impressive considering we've only been streaming for like 40 minutes.
That's enough.
Oh wait, I need to go down to the bottom. Oh well. Okay, you can die of fall damage from full health. Good to know. I don't think I've tested that one yet.
Picky says.
Relatively speaking.
Okay, you should see Harley Quinn talking to her therapist, who's also Harley Quinn, normally in the form of photographs. But after seeing that, you will not doubt her sanity.
So compared to some of the other supervillains, yes, she's sane.
Also, the other side of things was the Joker.
Yeah.
And Harley Quinn's an actual hero on occasion.
Yeah, there's been times where she's actually like done
Harley
good.
Quinn thing really did nail the Joker's like obsession. Mm-hmm. You know?
Where's my electric car, Bruce?
But I will say one of the other things that it's kind of shocking how like for all that I feel it obsesses about the Joker a little too much. The Arkham games really do nail him
That's
very well. Like it's a little bit.
You brought it.
Yeah, I kind of figured that out.
Yeah.
There we
Well,
go.
and also you have to remember, like, she's sane compared to the other supervillains.
Also, I was at least partially being sarcastic.
Harley is eccentric and a little crazy, but in terms of like her overall methods and goals, she is much more hinged than a lot of people in Gotham.
Yeah, that said, the what was it? Kill the Justice League?
Some weird thing.
Yeah, the Suicide Squad killed the Justice
Yeah.
League.
Nobody knows.
I think that's the one that went full on. What if Harley Quinn actually just straight up embraced the crazy villain? And I kind of adore the concept.
It's fair.
Did you ever watch the more recent Suicide Squad movie, the like soft reboot one where it's like more of a dark comedy? Not the
Is that the one with the Oh wow, you can control yourself in the air.
The one with Idris Elba.
Yeah, is that the one with the starfish villain?
Yes.
Yes.
That one also like her
Climbing
Harley
a bit of
gets the
scaffolding
police
is all
like,
well
right
and
away,
good.
and she's just doing her own thing
Let's
for
see how
like
you do out in
2/3 of
the
the
open.
movie, and she's fantastic
of that
at
tower,
it.
then?
She has the whirlwind
Frown
romance
on.
with the like dictator of a small island nation before finally realizing, oh man, I just have the worst taste in dudes, and just like murders him on the spot because she's like she sees the red flags and she's like, oh, I did it again, didn't I?
I know how to handle it this time.
Yeah, it's like I'm not letting this be another Joker. Sorry, you were great, but
It was
very,
beautiful.
very good. I love that.
Also, seeing things from her perspective as she's fighting her way out. I believe right after that, with the flowers and all the pretty lights and everything,
Fair.
it's a nice touch.
There you go.
But yeah, as far as Joker and stuff goes, the Arkham games, like the first one, I think Arkham Asylum is a little bit kind of standard as far as it goes, you know? Joker's plot is not like a super Joker-y thing by itself. It's a little out there. Mm-hmm. You know, it's kind of standard build stuff in that one, I feel like.
Fair.
So there are some excellent Joker touches, you know? Having a TV screen that, you know, he uses to deliver a message to you, like, blows up, you know, at like the exact right moment. And then the very last time, it's not like you go in there, it's not an explosive, it was actually just him behind the TV screen. Like, it looked like it was like a body holding it, but no, it was just him holding the TV. The TV was playing a message with his face.
Okay, that's
And
pretty
he
great.
just sets the TV to the side, like, the second time.
That's actually great.
So, you know, there's a lot of good Joker bits, even if the whole plot is a little wacky. The second one, I think, is much, Arkham City, like, that's a lot more, because it kind of, like, very much kind of balances the pinpoint between his obsession with Batman, his, like, total, like, you know, self-confidence and everything will work out Joker, and also, like, his fear of death.
So?
Looks like you've learned all I have to teach you.
And
I'll
it all
let
kind of
Antonio
leads
know.
into it, you know?
Finish your other tasks. We're almost there.
In addition to Arkham City having a lot of other fun villains and stories going on and everything. But, I was not as big of a fan of how Joker came into Arkham Knight as the final one chronologically of the three, or of the four. It was, for being a game that happens after the Joker bit the dust in the chronology,
It's too
it
much
has
about the
way the
Joker.
hell too much Joker. You know, for a game that's supposed to be about, like, Scarecrow and Red Hood, it's like, there's way too much screen time for the Joker.
You know, I think part of the reason I like Da Vinci so much, just the most relatable artist in, like, history.
Yeah, I'm just used as a safe retreat.
It's good stuff.
Leonardo.
But for all that, I do
Ezio,
actually think
so
that
good to see you. How can I help?
Arkham Origins is actually, like, the
Aha!
perfect Joker
You
story
found another one. How exciting!
Okay.
in the context of all that.
Yes, we just switch these two lines and then shuffle them left. Done.
He's gotten way too good at solving those.
It's fine.
But yeah, because Arkham Origins is when Joker shows up in the Arkham title.
There we go. That's the one I'm allowed to stab.
The Joker is an unknown when it starts. And he's kind of mentioned a few times, and like they talk about, like, you know, oh, some new guy is here, you know, he left a Joker card, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Mm-hmm. But you don't know what's going on there, because he's actually been playing it normal as part of the long con to start with.
Imagine if we could wield one of these.
I know, right?
That would be like, look how good that thing is at deflecting. I'd be able to counter everyone with that thing.
Instead, you just have to get good at parrying like a Dark Souls player using your Cestus.
Mm-hmm. Now I should upgrade
Or you could buy more paintings and upgrade later once you have more cash again.
That's a good idea. We'll do that instead.
Or I guess we could go back to the the estate and invest in like the bank or one of the other like random properties.
Ooh, there's a tailor.
But
Let's mess with her.
yeah. So anyway, to start with, he's been he took out and silently replaced Black Mask and was pretending to be Black Mask for like the first half of the game.
Oh, I love that.
So like, you think you're like chasing Black Mask with his moves, but like there's some weird shit going on, you know. And finally, like, you know, Black Mask like busts into like, you know, this place or whatever, and he pulls the hood off the guy he's got hostage, and it's Roman Sionis. And it's like, wait a minute, what? And he pulls up thinking it's Joker under there, and all of the Black Mask minions had with him put on like the clown mask when he switches and literally goes Joker mode.
That's amazing.
He was playing a long con with it because.
So Picky said, I've been wanting to get into the Arkham games, but every time I try, they just can't.
That's fair. It's not necessarily for everybody. I think they're a really excellent like way of representing Batman, but like they are kind of very particular. You know, if you don't like their stealth or their combat, like you're kind of out of luck.
Mm-hmm.
You can't always play on like easier mode stuff, but like it is something that you can bounce off of if you just don't like the gameplay loop.
Okay.
I unfortunately really liked the combat and exploration gameplay loop, so I played a lot of Arkham over the years across the different games.
Truly, your life is a tragedy.
I really liked Arkham City, man. Good game. I kind of eventually came around on Arkham Origins. I didn't like it that much the first time, gameplay-wise, but I think I didn't hate it as much afterwards. I think it's just really anachronistic as it's rolled in the third game. It's the biggest thing that's jarring about it.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I don't think
So the response saying, I don't mind stealth, I just can't jive with the controls.
That's fair.
That's also fair.
Ever actually played an Arkham game?
Well, you know, maybe that's something we'll have to do.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually played an Arkham game. I know I played through the VR Arkham game that they had.
Quit following me, man. Honestly. Was he important?
I have no clue.
I think they were probably like a high priority target. So if you had no notoriety, he probably would have flipped it.
Oh, but instead, because I didn't, I gained 50%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
That would make sense.
But yeah, I think the Arkham was a lot of fun, and you know, there's a lot of fun stuff to kind of experience with them. And I think you could definitely be worth doing at some point.
That's fair.
But yeah, a big thing I think with the first one the first one chronologically, you know, Joker shows up. You know, he thinks he beats Batman right off the bat because it was just his plan to like come into the scene. You know, he didn't really have a personal interest in Batman at that point.
Why would he?
He's just like, oh, you know, he's the guy who's fighting all the crime, so I will use Roman Sionis' money, which I stole because I'm pretending to be him, and I'm going to hire a bunch of hitmen to kill the Batman. And this is kind of the subplot is Black Mask has hired 8 assassins to kill Batman on Christmas Eve.
That's pretty good, actually.
And then you get to your stuff, you know, you eventually have a, you know, he turns out he's taken over like this whole hotel, rigged it with like indoor roller coasters with clown faces and like booby traps and shit, you know. You know, some classic wacky stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Very Joker.
What are you doing? Get down!
Eventually kind of, you know, you foil him in a way that like hooks his attention. You know, like you beat him in the first point there, he goes to prison.
And he hyperfixates.
You actually get a section, you get an entire section from his perspective that, like, leads into why he's obsessed with it. You play, like, a whole section, like, it's where he's talking to, Harley. As she's his intake therapist, right?
Oh,
and,
yeah.
like, I think it's Blackgate at the time, because they haven't, like,
built Arkham
the way it is there yet. But yeah, like he gets brought into prison when you arrest him, and he is talking to Harley, going over the thing. You play through a bit, and him where he's like talking to her about partially his own real feelings.
It might just be that.
Yeah.
As you play through his bits there, you know,
What was that for,
see
guys?
part of his origin, you know, see how he feels about some of this stuff. and see it leading in, as he describes seeing somebody like, oh, you know, like kind of like falling in love at first sight, like, you know, seeing somebody and it just changes your world, you know, and you just know that they're like the most important person or whatever. And of course, as he's saying all this, Harley thinks he's talking about her.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Which is what leads into the latter portion. I think that actually doesn't come in this game. It doesn't. It's just the setup, you know, as the prequel thing. But he's describing, you know, his instant obsession at first sight with Batman.
I suppose.
And that goes really well. And he eventually
Who could have
into the
done
big
this?
conclusion, you know, Joker busts out, he does some shit. And you get a really excellent finisher where, you know,
Don't need a viewpoint.
he starts doing the classic Joker thing, you know, the you and me were the same, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you can't kill me.
Perfect
you know.
Unsound of Mine. We've all heard the song.
Yeah. And all this stuff. And it kind of comes to a pretty good conclusion where, like, you know, Batman has to kind of come face to face with that a little bit as Joker is in the prison chapel on Christmas Eve, like, right at midnight, and you do, like, a crazy beatdown, you know, and eventually kick him through the stained glass window as Carol of the Bells plays.
Of course it does.
And it's, like, a really good finish.
No,
And, like, I don't remember the exact ones. I remember it feeling like a really good conclusion to, like, this Joker intro storyline. Which is all the wackier because this is the third game of the series. This prequel comes right after the game where Joker dies. And right before the game where they can't let him stay dead. They just can't give up. Like, I get it. You know, it's Batman, Joker, right? This is why I'm... This is...
It's a match made in Arkham.
Yep, it is.
It is, though, why I just really wish that they would have followed the Batman musical's guideline and just kill Joker off in the intro and just not even deal with him.
They trouble.
There should
Rosa
be more
managed to
Batman
escape
games
from
that just
Section.
don't have Joker.
But the others were not so
Yeah,
lucky.
agreed.
You know,
Emilio's
like,
captured them, and now they
Joker's
await
a great
execution.
villain. He's a
You know
great
where they're
foil,
being
and
held.
he's used well.
I know they're still in the
don't just use
district,
him
but beyond that,
time.
no.
A game where you play as like
You'll
one
have
of
to
the
look
really young Robins.
I'll have your brothers
Your
back here in
opponent
no
is the
time.
Riddler, and you very rarely, if ever, actually fight. It's mostly just a collectathon.
You could absolutely 100% do a
Give me Donkey
civilian.
Kong Robin.
I was going to say, you could do a civilian persona. Bruce and his adopted ward, Professor Layton style. Thing.
You're totally good.
They're like on vacation somewhere else, and they run into a local version of the Riddler who is like ensconced, you know, ensnared the entire town in his puzzle-themed trap. And they just go through solving puzzles, and Bruce is like, can you solve this one, my boy? You know, as they just puzzle their way through it. Like, they're too far away. They can't have Batman show up in, like, you know, this random town in England or whatever.
weird.
Not after they've traveled here. It would be bad for their cover. So they solve the entire thing as, you know, Bruce and, like, whichever Robin you choose to use in this, that just casually destroyed the Quizmaster or whichever, you know, Riddler XP is going on here.
My name is Detective Wayne.
Yes. Professor Wayne, and this is
Okay.
this is my ward, Luke.
But what if?
No, it should be Duke.
Yeah.
What if
For the
Bruce
funds.
Yeah.
keeps having to make this do distractions, so he just keeps acting like a drunk lush, which just reinforces his local reputation.
That is also fair. Like, it wouldn't have to be exact, you know, perfect parody.
I feel like there's a lot of interesting ways to take it, though.
Yeah. I do think civilian persona puzzle solving game could be, you could do a lot with that premise.
Oh, now I can't loot the body.
In you go.
The markets belong to the people.
This way.
I love how they're too cheap to buy a lock.
Simple. I think all of the Arkham games are fun. They're all fairly engaging as far as like, you know, story exploration and stuff goes. None of them are really groundbreaking stories. They sometimes have interesting side stories as you're exploring, but they're mostly just fine. I think Origins actually is a really good cohesive story because it all starts and ends in its own self-contained prequel. You know?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about sequel hooking because this is already before the games. You know?
I always appreciate that.
Interacts a little bit weirdly with the mechanics because the mechanics are like properly like as if you're playing a sequel to the second game with like more advanced stuff and like more tricks and arsenal, you know, which is weird when like
Oh, good. Only one of them needs to survive.
it's weird when you're like playing year one Batman, you know,
Yeah.
but the story of it really works self-contained, and then the fourth one kind of loses the plot. I still enjoyed it, but like the fourth one kind of
No, that's
a
fair.
little more mid by comparison. At least I feel. But I mean, hey, you know, if you guys haven't, if you guys have not played them,
Come on,
you
guys.
could totally,
Come on.
totally invest in doing that on stream someday, like 5 years from now. And we can finish up by playing Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League
That would be
to
good.
see the true ending, or you know, one of the true endings of that Batman time. Well, we can if they make a better version of the game for single player stuff that isn't just leadership or live service stuff.
Come on.
I mean, I don't necessarily have a problem with that. That would not be a great stream.
Let's do it.
Guys, I even color coordinated. How are you this bad?
Alright. Time to...
Because really, the Suicide Squad thing is more of a justice story,
Yeah.
you know, or Justice 2, where it's like, oh yes, alternate dimensions, Brainiac, you know, shit like that. Which, like, I respect that kind of story.
I like AUs, yeah.
I just don't think that I would enjoy the gameplay style of that game enough to make me play it. But I might read how the story happens.
That's fair.
Maybe watch like some choice cutscenes or something sometime in the future.
Listen to them squeal.
Pathetic. It's no wonder their master hides. Where is Emilio?
Not a bad opener.
This went so better. So much better than it had any right to.
Yeah.
You just stealth assassinated 6 dudes from the middle of the crowd.
Nicely done.
Wow.
Ezio internally activating bullet time.
I have no idea how I did that.
Look, it's simple. This is what happens when you activate your almonds before you eat them.
Anyway, I need to extract.
Sounds fake.
Air for all.
There's something wrong with that guy.
If anybody ever tries to sell you on an extract and it's not for baking, run.
Clearly, we need an entire segment devoted to your, whoops.
Whoa!
That didn't work.
Yeah, that does not look on.
Fortunately, he followed me.
Your target did, though.
Yeah, the people I wanted to kill did. And that's all that matters.
Yeah. So, Piggy says, nailed it.
Nailed it in the sense where if you don't get
shit.
moving, I think you might. Or that could happen. And the brain damage,
Why did you jump, Ezio?
because you ran towards the edge.
No, it can't be a me problem. It has to be an Ezio problem.
Well, time to go all the way back.
Well, I'm not gonna promise to kill 6 people with stealth assassinations while they're all standing in a circle again.
And then it happens.
If it happens, I'm gonna brag forever. But I'm not making
My
promises.
vote is that it will not happen.
Okay, now I have to actually try to make it happen. Why would you do this to me?
Very carefully.
Listen to them squeal.
Alright. Hi, losers.
Okay, that's 4.
5.
5. 6.
Nicely done.
And one that ran away again.
2 of them tried, but I killed one of them.
Skill issue. You should have known to assassinate this one too.
I mean, I could have countered, but I didn't want to.
Hey, it's time. Last straw
Alright, this
damage.
way.
No promises. Okay. Alright, I'll lead him this way. That'll be nice and safe.
Touch him up.
Oh, the group you have hired under attack? What?
Wonder why.
Yeah, why are they under attack?
What did they do?
Yeah, we went the safe way.
Now, don't be shy.
Alright, these guys.
On the end here.
Oi! I'm trying to stealth assassin here.
It would be the last thing you ever
Pezzo di
see.
merda. Davvero. I'd rather not have to scrub
Die.
this from my food.
You know what? Fine.
Sei grandi forze.
You should buy a better weapon.
Why would I do that?
Because then you can have it sitting on your back and not using it. So much cooler.
Yeah, but you can't actually rig 200 weapons in this game. Trust me, I've sought them out. Other than the Warhammers and a couple other 200 weapons. But they don't look good on your back. Oh! If Ezio had committed suicide again. Like, I know he just lost his family, but it's been like 2 years, man.
Dude, chill. It's not that big a deal, man.
Okay, come on, you can do it. Come on, you can do it.
I feel like Rosa needs to train them now.
We have the treats already for you guys. Come on.
Thank you. Goodbye.
I will kill all trespassers.
Don't worry, there's gonna be cookies. Come on, you can do it.
Now, there.
Cookies, where?
In the Animus.
Yeah.
Speaking of cookies, except not actually at all.
Oh no.
But I mentioned I was planning on trying to do some like red bean cooking stuff, which I'm still doing. I went to a Japanese store to go find red beans.
Yeah, Asian market.
Yeah.
I spent a while browsing, picked up a couple of things, ate too many of those things because
As you do.
they were good.
Yeah.
You know, I got some like wacky Kit Kat flavor, you know, got like a thing of those like little fish shaped thingamajigs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, looked at the candies, mostly didn't buy beer. But overall, you know, interesting stuff, of course, as per usual. And I did get the red bean. It took me forever to find it.
He says you're welcome for the inspiration.
Yes, and that was literally why going there the other day was what we do it. But the tragedy is, I think I'm not a kimchi guy.
Yeah, same, unfortunately.
Yeah, kimchi's like okay.
If you think kimchi is okay, are you interested in some frozen kimchi dumplings? Because I got a bag of them, but they're like way too spicy for me.
Better to hang their corpses from the
You don't have
palazzo.
to take them, that's fine.
Piggy says, fine, more kimchi for me. Y'all are wrong. I'll take him.
It's not us who's wrong, it's the world.
Yeah. I had like 3 of them, you know, over like 2 days. And it's like, it's not, like, you know, I do kind of like it, but like, it's just really spicy.
That's fair.
And I didn't know that.
Oh.
Because I hate spicy food, usually.
Mm-hmm.
I'll occasionally like, you know, like very, very mild spice, but like, I have to get like light mild in those places, because I don't, like, I could go with I don't usually like it, you know, I don't like having that feeling in my mouth.
If you want spicy food, like most English people, you just add salt.
I'm not that bad. But part of it is just, I think part of it is just, I don't like peppers either, including spicy ones, but also like the plain ones.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the sources of spice and a lot of spicy foods I don't like either. Which is why I think this is like better than some spicy stuff, because like I kind of like the kimchi flavor a little bit,
Follow my lead.
but like it was just like kind of way too much. I did like get through like 2 of the kimchi dumplings, you know, but it's like, ugh.
Piggy says that I will drive over right now. I will happily take the kimchi dumplings.
Oh, that's fair. Well, the next time I see you, you can have the rest of the bag. I don't, you know, like, what am I gonna do? Force myself to eat, like, you know, the too spicy food and, like, wash it down with whatever afterwards?
Yes.
I could do that, or I could eat something I actually like.
I don't see why you would do that.
I wouldn't want to just throw it away, but, like, you know, if somebody else would rather eat them, that's fine.
I mean, I'll probably have to, because I don't think I've had them in a long time, so I don't really remember what they taste like.
All right,
Maybe
I'm impressed. I didn't expect you to
Just
succeed
it.
so quickly.
I aim to please.
I'll let Antonio know
Yeah,
about
all
our
things
progress.
considered, though.
Come find me later.
I've got
I'm
another
gonna
job.
skip right past Kim's
What
dumplings.
sort of
I'm going to try
Meet
to
me
make
near the
red bean
docks, and
dumplings.
I'll explain.
Or
Molto
fries,
bene.
Same.
Looks
Same
like that.
structure. The dumpling style bun and not the bun style bun.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I plan on trying making those, and I am very strongly considering also doing pork ones, but
Maybe do a
I'm a
mochi
little-
style bun.
which one? Which one?
Mochi's. Mochi style bun.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you mean. That
Should be good.
kind of what I'm thinking. I guess I don't know strictly, but
Leonardo.
Ezio, so good to see you.
You're thinking more like a pork bun.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
kind of what I was looking at.
Found another one. How exciting!
But I'm not necessarily completely tied to that.
I see. If I
Okay.
just
So
The main
rearrange
thing is
the
I kind of
edges.
if I want to do a pork
Here,
version,
it's
I
done.
need to figure out a good.
I'm starting to less think Da Vinci's a genius and more think
The puzzles aren't that hard.
Altair only had one method.
Nah,
You figured out one, now you just need to keep doing it.
Yeah.
No, I think Altair probably had like 3 methods, and they just happen to be like at least-
Identical.
No, not identical, but like Leonardo was able to figure them out because they're similar to each other.
He's Admiral Thrawning that stuff.
But yes, it's like I found like one recipe like for like kind of a chashu pork filling kind of thing, but
Chashu pork is so good.
basically what it ended up looking like is I'm like, I'd probably end up like cutting out the rest because rest stuff like that. There's tons of like huge levels of variation
Oh yeah.
in recipes, and I think I'm gonna need to like hunt for one that I think would enjoy making a little more.
Realistically, everyone who's ever cooked it has their own unique recipe for how to make it. Even if that recipe is, I don't know what I did, but they all went wrong.
Fair. Yeah, I had one that I was kind of using because it looked like simple enough when I started looking at all that, but I kind of looked at it more and I'm like, I don't know if I'd actually like this version of it. There's stuff that I don't have that I have to go buy and like different things that I wouldn't like.
Rescuing
and
my
I
brothers was
cut it
more
out.
than just an act
So I'm
of
gonna
charity.
keep hunting around for like a
The
different
men you
pork filling.
freed would play a vital role
I'm
in the
gonna
weeks
try
to
making
come.
both of them.
Just
Fingers
ask
crossed.
for their help, and
I
they'll
look forward
join.
to trying
The
it.
ones I
Especially
have,
the
my
ones
little
that-
band of thieves.
I was originally
Send
just gonna
them
buy
towards a group of
just plain
guards,
red beans and
and they'll
just
create a
make my
distraction.
own bean
Opening
paste
the way
from
for
that.
me.
But like I
Exactly.
couldn't buy them
Saves me from
plain.
having to bloody my sword.
They only had
Like
like
it.
sweetened ones
Exactly.
already.
Now I'll tell you what to do with them.
So I ended up getting one can of
Antonio's
just sweetened
plan
red
calls
beans
for
that
a
I'm
bit of
making taste with,
deception.
and one can just of
Let's
paste, red bean
imitate his
paste.
archers.
Fair.
That
Which
should be
means
pretty
we'll need
easy
the armor
since
that
the
they
red
wear.
bean paste is pretty
A
made.
shipment of the stuff has just been
The
loaded into chests
pre-tasted
and now
red beans
awaits
are actually
delivery to
cheaper than
Seta.
buying just the sweet red beans.
Loot the
No,
chests
that makes
and
sense.
retrieve the outfits.
Three red beans have a long.
When that's finished, I'll need you to fetch me a
Recipes and
boat as
uses.
well and bring it back here. We'll use it to move our men into the palazzo undetected.
Consider it done.
But either way, I want to give that a try because I don't know. I'm just kind of after browsing the Asian market like the other week, so I'm just kind of in a mood.
Yeah, I get that.
So Vicky says sometimes you just got to try to make the recipe, and if you don't like it, you can feed it to your Asian food loving friends.
That's fair. Well, I am also an Asian food loving friend, so the problem is if I don't like it. I don't know if any of you guys will either. It'll depend on the reason.
This might surprise you, but you realize everyone in our friend group actually has different taste buds? Shocking, I know.
Yes. My point is simply, it could be because it's just not to my taste, or it could be because it's bad.
That's fair.
Hi, hey guys.
Stay calm.
Sorry for dropping in.
Where'd you come from?
Forza, forza.
Shut down! Wait!
I pressed just a little too early. Unless I press too late, like right then.
All things considered, though, I will be incredibly sad that I can't just walk a couple of blocks down the street to an Asian market and buy fresh buns of various types.
That is always sad.
Yeah. Even when I drove, out of my way to go to this other Asian market, they didn't have. They had much more. I think it was partly the time of day, but like they had much more limited stuff in the competition. Like they had some of the stuff out there still same, but like they didn't have any like fresh, ready to go hot buns or anything like that. Because they already closed that section when I was there. tragic.
Indeed.
Yeah.
That was hard. Don't know why, but that was hard.
But you know, I got a few things I liked and tried two random things, one of which I liked, one of which I didn't. So, you know, lessons were learned.
Piggy said, "You're welcome to come by in my area anytime. It's nowhere near close, but you can walk over to the market."
Yes. You know, the fun fact is, it is like an equal distance to get to your market as it is to the other one that I went to. This one just took less time to get back down to my house to my grandma's, which is where I went afterwards.
I should probably reduce my notoriety.
Nah.
There we go.
But I think it is going to be a fact
Yeah,
that
good enough.
anytime I'm in your area, Picky, I am probably going to be getting some Asian food at the market. Either before or after. Shimbalage.
Okay, at least that didn't actually work very well.
I'm a simple man. Love me points, love me mates.
That's why I always look for excuses to go there anyway. That's what Piggy said.
Makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's relatable.
Yep. Yeah. Well, they basically had a lot of like very different. They didn't have as many options in like, you know, the pre-made stuff either. At this one, and like just pre-made like deli stuff, not pre-made package, you know.
Okay, and I'm not gonna kill this one this time.
Perfect.
But
it was a cheap bribe. I spent more on
I
paint.
tried the taiyaki. I think it was. That was the fish ones. I think.
I think you said it was takoyaki the other day.
These ones were taiyaki.
Okay.
I think was what's over the package, which were like little fish-shaped, like dessert-y sort of things. Which I had. Those were good. I had like a some kind of like rice ball thing, rice cake thing, which is like I don't know.
How did they find me?
But they were very dense and not like very good tasting to me. So not one I would get again.
That's fair.
Yeah. The like sushi stuff I got, that was good.
That worked way better than I thought it would.
I'll probably avoid kimchi. These people actually kimchi bun or whatever in the future as well. So you know, some good, some bad, but all interesting. So you know, it's good stuff.
You'll never catch me, Venetians. You'll never catch me alive.
I've been putting together kind of some unrelated short list of like kind of recipes I want to try learning how to make that are more like, you know, other kind of cooking styles. Some of them are very easy. Some of them are a little more complicated, I think. Mostly in terms of like the red bean ones, you know, like the red bean part's easy. I know there are some. It can be a little tricky to really get things just right when you're doing kind of that sort of dumpling bun style thing.
Yeah.
Like it's not like hard, but like there are failure points. Is my understanding.
Oh, 100%.
Like you can fit it and have it like
He's so
burn or whatever instead of cooking right.
Yeah, no, I've tried making mochi a few times as an example, and it always ends poorly.
Is it mochi that like the classic like traditional method involves like pounding it like however many times?
Yeah.
The one you'll see at a lot of cultural events, I think that's what they're called, is two dudes with hammers, with like really weird shaped hammers, just beating a bunch of rice down into the proper form.
Fair. Yeah.
Takes like half an hour on the short end.
Fair. Yeah. One of the things that kind of makes me nervous because in Grand Order and the Valentine's gift, that's what Bazda gives you. She gives you mochi that she hand pounded it with her fists because she wanted to hand make something, but the only thing she knows how to do is punch. So she picks a
mochi's a good option.
She picks a dessert that she could punch into submission, and like punches it like hundreds of times until it's like the softest mochi on the planet, and then gives it to you. And it's like, okay, you know, that is a pretty good character choice.
They would never expect me to hide in the exact same spot twice, right?
Alright, you're good.
Incredible.
That was easy. That went way better than it should have.
But yeah, so that one I think is a little on the trickier side of those, just because you can mess up the bun part. I kind of want to learn how to make Thai peanut sauce, because I really like that stuff.
Fair.
There are kinds of Thai food I like, but I always really like the peanut sauce, and I feel like it's one of those things where, like, I could probably make, like, a big jar of it and use it on, like, meals for, like, 2 weeks, and it'd be great. Like, if I wanted to, you know?
Oh,
because I love that stuff.
Now
So
I have
that's why
to
I like
steal
to
a
make-
boat? Why do I have to steal their boat?
One that's on the easier side, I want to kind of figure out a good way to make a wine loco mocha, which is ultimately a pretty simple recipe.
This theft does not want to work.
I hate you, Assassin's Creed. And to the water we go.
It's a good thing your enemies also can't swim. More
They-
proof that you have magical swimming powers as your special unique assassin trait.
No, they just trained in the Altair School of Combat.
If they did, you'd be dead.
See, they trained in it, but they don't have hidden blades, so they can't actually practice it.
Fair.
You won't run away this time.
Well, not actually fair, but
Hey, Eccolo.
done. So,
That's basically winning.
Okay.
I'm losing him. Got to hook Raju. Get him. There.
Yep, there we go.
Finally. Okay, now can I steal the boat?
There we go.
That was very hard.
Row your boat.
That was probably the hardest theft of this entire mission. Stealing a boat I'd already gotten on top of once. Oh, please tell me it's not just literally just there.
Yeah, no, it's literally just there.
Oh my.
Hey, you did it.
I wish I didn't.
Wow. No way.
Well,
Both the
the part of it
Benians
was that
This
need
is
to actually
exactly
steal
what
it,
we
though.
need.
I know.
I'll let Antonio know you finished the job.
If I hadn't murdered literally everyone involved,
Yeah, I think
hiding it here
I
would
think
be
you may have
far.
literally killed a full 3% of the population of Venice on that mission.
In my defense, it was mission necessary.
In my defense, I don't know. I wasn't playing. I don't really need to defend myself.
You definitely do. Because otherwise you're a conspirator. You really want to get blamed for all the crimes I'm definitely going to throw you under the bus for?
Yes.
Well, I'll just definitely not head to the Bahamas then.
The actual answer to that would be no, but
Boo.
the fun answer and the more hilarious answer would be yes.
Oh good, a doctor.
And he even had the mask, so you know you can trust him.
Yeah, you can't trust a doctor without a mask.
I agree.
That should heal
Well,
quickly now.
that or a bow tie. Bow ties are cool.
Okay, but I feel like if a doctor has a bow tie, they definitely also have a mask.
Only in the
Potential.
only in the metaphorical sense.
I mean, if we're going metaphorical, David Bowie's been one of the more trustworthy doctors, though.
David Bowie?
Yeah, because yeah, Bowie.
He gets it.
Yeah, Bowie.
I'm moving on. Because I'm lost.
Ooh, I found the truth. Or at least 1/16.
Time to do a little
A
puzzle.
vast web of connections and interconnections, all ruled by chance. Or is it?
$64 squares.
Oh, one of these. Okay.
Okay, that's the head, obviously. Which makes that the crown.
Nah, that doesn't look right. None of that looks right.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. I should have it upside down.
Yep.
Didn't get a chance to flip it upside down.
That's...
Wait, this is implying the Queen of England specifically. Okay, that actually makes sense. Okay, and now we're on to the short guy.
Yep.
I would really like to do a video at some point, going through the Assassin's Creed games in order, and specifically leaning into the, like, peel it away like an onion. The first game, here's what we knew from it. The last, and then the next game, here's the theories that were disproved by it, etc., etc. If that makes halfway sense.
I think I vaguely get what you're talking about, yeah.
Do to watch this one?
This one we're gonna get to see a little more of in person.
It's probably not important.
Yeah, I think the,
This feels like a, minor side character at best.
I think the outer.
Yeah.
Press F to passcode.
I'm really glad they don't, like, require you to... Okay. Play all. Ooh. Now we get a close-up on a door.
We take those.
Four, then. Huh.
That's probably not important.
Interesting.
I mean, most things aren't important in the grand scheme of things.
That was either very dystopian or just the start of truly understanding absurdism.
We're also very small in the end.
Don't you dare quote Worm at me.
I'm pretty sure someone else said that before Worm and probably said it.
You were quoting Worm.
Ezio. I was hoping you might return.
Look,
we both know you
advise
were.
on something.
Of course.
I don't respect
Tell me what
Wildbow.
troubles you.
Nobody does.
Wildbow does turn some of my own
But I
men
think that is
against
kind of a
bribery
fun
and
individual line
blackmail,
to end on.
No, it is.
Yes, and we
It
cannot
could have been
strike
done
until
in
the
such a
traitors are
better
dead.
story.
They're still somewhere in this district, keeping tabs
Well,
on
the
us
same
and
story,
reporting
but
back to
better
New
author.
York.
Not for much longer.
Wildbow has a lot of specific talents, but he also writes very dark stories, and they are not for everyone. I still kind of want to read his like alternate timeline one that takes where like bioengineering got super popular and the protagonists are like a group of like 14 or 15 genetically engineered kids.
Was this a thing he was going to write or a thing that he did write?
Oh, this is one of the ones he wrote it. It was I think after Pact? Anyway, they're basically, every character is basically Alec in term, or they're basically Heartbreakers kids. They're all basically Heartbreakers kids in terms of, well, except they actually care about each other, so they're more like the Heartbroken.
The bad news is, I don't like Wildbow.
I mean, yeah.
So I'm not gonna probably read any of this other stuff.
His
the only reason
creation is amazing.
The only reason I got into like reading Worm at all is probably just like a specific recommendation for it specifically.
That's fair.
But also I always kind of have a soft spot for superhero stuff. As a conceptual medium.
Yeah. At the time I got into Worm, I was not into superhero stuff at all. But I'd heard just enough weird stuff about it. Some spoilers from this guy. That... Oh, there he is. Okay. I had to know more. And then it basically consumed my life for, what, 3 months, 6 months?
I don't know. I feel like maybe life would be better if I had never started reading it, so I never have you get. I have a reason to get involved.
I would probably have done better that semester in college if I hadn't been reading Worm.
Look, there have definitely been times where I can pinpoint a specific piece of fiction as something that stole way too much of my time at a crucial moment of like right in the middle of finals or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what some stupid like wizard thing. Listen, that one thing. God, I don't remember what it was.
I don't know.
Something we were kind of all briefly into for like 1 week.
That doesn't narrow it down.
It was like a Wizard School cruise ship thing, or at least that was the prologue to it. That I've never
Oh, yeah, I know
how that
the
works.
quest. That was
Yeah. There was like a week where we all like read through the whole thing or whatever, and it's like it was a fun start, but like didn't really get quite where
I
it's going.
still have that
But
one
It was like a
bookmarked.
really good, interesting start.
Mhm.
You know, and I think I was like reading that like I read it through it like in 2 days straight, but those 2 days were like right in the middle of finals.
Ooh.
Or like the week before finals or something when I had like the wish of us. Like I did get my stuff done, but like it's like I was not at peak efficiency because I was just really engaged.
Yeah, no, that one was good.
Yeah, I don't really remember. Like,
It's
any
based off.
details
It
of
was
that.
named after that one Russian magic school from folklore.
Yeah, I remember just seeing this like just like a week ago and some other thing I was reading that was like using the same thing for it gets used all over the place.
That's your
I can't
can
remember-
double.
I can't remember the name right now, but I think I remember World of Warcraft has
Too
it.
much effort.
My brain wants to stay in Stalingrad, but that's not it.
Yes, it's definitely not Stalingrad.
I gotta say though, mad respect for that. There is like, that's a cool name.
Hey, it's a pretty good.
You know, like as I saw somebody saying in a podcast, it's like okay, like Stalin, bad dude, but he had much cooler names for his cities. Like if you look at like German names, from like cities and that, like
I found him.
if you look at like which German city somebody group, it's like man, a lot of these names are stupid. There are a lot of like stupid names for like German towns from like that time period. But like okay.
And then we've got America, where we've got like what 10 names for cities.
Yeah, but
No, we have a lot more.
a lot of
know what I
Russian
mean.
city names are very cool to American ears. So not a lot of them. A lot of them are like whatever, but like I think they had more cool city names than Germany did around that time period. And I do have to say, like I gotta stand up, like Stalingrad absolutely is a cool name for a town or city or whatever.
Okay.
I think it was a town then, but it might be probably more of a city. But.
Totally fake. Let me go talk to the doctor.
And what's up, Doc?
Pardon me, guys.
I think it's assassin season. Or maybe Templar season.
Assassin season, Town Block season.
You could do a good bit with that.
You could.
Either way, I'm hunting apples.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Scholomance. That's the wizard.
Yeah.
That's the Black Magic Russian Academy.
It's Scholomance, yeah.
It's one of those things that just gets reused all over the place, and I don't blame them. It's a cool, theoretical fantasy thing.
Yeah.
I was reading some other like wizard schools
That
or whatever. Where it's
reminds me-
foreign wizard school with like all this evil shit.
That reminds me of Dracula, specifically the fact that most of Dracula's powers are from his education of Scholomance in most of the early stuff.
It's like, oh yeah, those aren't vampire superpowers. It's just he's also a warlock.
Yeah. It's so good. It's so dumb.
Does this imply that Dio Brando went to Scholomance
Probably.
to learn evil wizard shit?
Would you be surprised?
No. If you told me that Dio Brando was also a wizard, I would go, yeah, that's stance.
No, it's right there.
He does, after all,
Convenient.
have
Hey man, how you doing?
almost spoiled something there.
The battlefield, for heaven's sake.
He does have some wizardly qualities to it. I'll leave it at that.
True.
Yeah.
I gotta hand it.
His use of a particular ninth level spell is iconic.
Yeah, miracle. Or at least that's what I call it when he drinks people like a Capri Sun.
Miracle. There, you will not.
Miracles, do.
Yeah, I'm not sure what specific meme connected vampires to slurping people like a Capri Sun in my head, but it's been in there for years at this point.
The answer is probably the Tumblr post.
I mean, probably. But that does not narrow it down.
There's been kind of a recent like Twitter trend thing going around where it's like
you're posting even more Tumblr posts than normal.
well, a little bit. Basically, what it is the initial question is something like, what to you are like truly load-bearing posts of our time? You know, like specific things that like just.
What memes are part of the collective unconscious?
Basically, like some of the biggest ones that just like invented a phrase whole cloth that just is just like vital, you know, in your mind, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And there's kind of a follow-up other ones like, okay, like what are ones that are load-bearing specifically to you that like nobody else talks about? People's like, oh yeah, nobody talks about it. Like this one meme though, like me and my friends use this all the time, and it's never left my brain, even though it only has like 20 bucks or whatever. And so like these two have been going around a lot, which have been like bringing back like, you know, immediately it's like, oh yeah, you know, that's a good one, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that was intentional.
You know, like one of the examples used by the like initial like load-bearing posts, you know, request thing was like the classic drill, you know, face God and walk backwards into hell. You know, like, oh, you know, we've all seen like that one. So, like, what are like some of your favorites? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's you know, fun stuff. Always a classic.
And where are you? And what are some of your favorites?
I'm gonna go into right now. A lot of the ones people post with that, I'll be like, oh yeah, it sounds good. One of the smaller load-bearing ones, though, that, well, there's a couple kind of in the, like, individualist ones. Sometimes there's ones where I see it's like, oh yeah, I saw it for, like, one person, and it's like, oh yeah, it's not, like, a big thing, but, like, it has kind of, like, stuck in my brain. It's kind of like a very specific sort of, like, fandom brain knot can overlap with this kind of conceptually, where it's like, okay, somebody will like say something about a character, and it's just like, well, I guess I'll integrate that into my belief system now.
Yeah, that's my headcanon now.
And it's just like one thing was like, yeah, so like this Arcanite thing, it's like, oh yeah, these two characters, completely unrelated factions or whatever, they have like the most like damagedly compatible worldviews and would be like so wacky together. You know, it's just like, you know what? You're right. I 100% believe all of that. They are now inseparable in my brain.
Fair.
Yeah, the good old crack parents.
Yeah. Good old rare pairs.
And then there's the examples that are inseparable in your brain for all the wrong reasons, like Sasuke x Pocahontas.
Yeah.
Please, enter.
Sometimes it's the exclusive, dedicated effort of like a single person is why the brain rot exists. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. You get things like
to our former strength, Ezio.
Is it like
we are ready to strike.
Like there's like a couple of specific, incredibly deep-pocketed Spider-Man fans that will have like specific weird crossover ships. They get like hundreds of pieces of art commissioned by like one guy each. There's like an entire like, you know, mini thing with like Spider-Man and like some Fire Emblem character.
When you finish with the archers, we'll regroup in front of this building here.
God, I don't even remember.
And discuss next steps.
There's like a couple of like weirdly specific ones that come up all the time, you know.
The archers and return to you. Then it's settled. In Bocca al Lupo.
And of course, you know, one of my personal favorite, like wacky out of nowhere, a single person dreamed this into existence is the Mordetoi. Airplanes in the sky like diamonds. Now that's a whole cloth invention that just took off.
Yeah.
God. I respect it, you know? It takes effort to breathe that into existence.
Mm-hmm. That definitely became the change they wanted to see in the world.
Effort and vision. Yeah, one of the ones that sticks in my mind from kind of a smaller, like specific, kind of more mimetic phrase one though.
They should prepare my armor for
it's not as vital. It's not as vital to like my brain as some of these things are. Though some of them is more like it's such a vital part that I don't even think about it.
Mm-hmm. Not paying
you know,
money.
Things like 5 out of 7.
I got
you know, that one is a permanent part of my lexicon.
It's a permanent part of our entire group's lexicon, even the ones that don't use it.
Yeah. Another one kind of for me personally is like this one I think I kind of invented whole cloth because of like word association at one point in my past is just like the use of the phrasing heck yek. Which I do a lot, but like that's not a thing. That's not a meme I saw.
You are literally the only person I've ever heard use that.
Yeah, and it's just like a little thing because it's at one point where it's like I think my brain kind of like connected some dots at one point because it was kind of meant to be sort of like, you know, a kind of like deliberately like watered down like hell yes. sort of thing. In a way that I'm like, oh, it rhymes just like the other one. I realized, wait, the other one doesn't rhyme. I'm like, yeah, it still kind of sounds good, you know. Just from there, it just kind of became a thing.
You are not allowed up here.
And the one that kind of sticks with a little bit is one where it's like, sort of fate-based one here, I think, where it was like some like Russian guy where it's like, hey, when like the Russian like servants whatever, you know, see the depiction of it, it's like, you know, I think this was technically like a 10 like YouTube comment posted under like a Noble Phantasm reveal video or something initially before it got like a little bit spread. And it's like, yes, painful it is, but pain I must withstand. I think is something like that. It's like, okay, I think about that a lot sometimes.
That's fair. I will say Umu has entered my vocabulary.
That is
though
true.
It's not quite the same type of example. Umu.
I do on a similar vein. I do use the this is bad Civ. phrase.
Oh yeah, no. Bad Civ is definitely part of our lexicon.
This is good.
Truly, this is good Civ. Yeah, I use those two a lot.
Literally, the first time I tried Mochi, I used that exact phrase.
Thank you for the Altera brain rot for a character I've never even played their main game of.
It's a good one.
I will someday. It's just always been kind of a hassle with juggling the.
Yeah, no. The everything involving Altera except for Grand Order is just really good.
Even Grand Order and Altera are actually pretty well.
Sometimes.
Like not during the singularity, but during the side events.
Over here.
Yeah, whenever she's in like the side events, whenever she's like a part of the spotlight, they usually handle her pretty good. It's just the place that introduced her was not great. Although to be fair, she really was just there to be a fine boss.
Over here.
Yeah, fair.
Well done, Ezio. Everything is going according to plan. As we speak, my men are replacing the archers you've removed. The way to the palazzo is clear now.
But
But not the building itself. Emilio's guards still patrol its border.
Use my men.
Not quite the same, but the specific like
They can
crying
distract the
emoji
guards.
thing.
Save you from having
The little
When it
like
comes time to storm
semicolon
the place.
tears
Remember what
expression thing. Not a phrasing, but like that's not a thing I actually ever see anywhere. Specifically, one of my friends used it that way, and I think I've used it more by like an order of magnitude than he ever did. Now, and it's just like a default mental response in my brain.
That's fair.
Another one I've definitely observed is not in a. This one wasn't like a meme I saw either that just became part of my brain, but describing things as suboptimal.
Fair.
That's one I do a lot.
Okay, I think I know how to sneak in.
Back off! You die now!
Oh, good. I took out the one I actually wanted to go.
Yeah, I'll look at something bad or not great, or I'll go, that's suboptimal.
This went way too well.
This is suboptimal.
Perfect sneakage.
5 out of 7.
Yeah.
I am so stealthy.
Yep, you are definitely the stealthiest.
Look, now I can just go up the building.
But see, even Picky acknowledges it, and you are the best sneakage person ever.
Well, as long as it's not sneaking, you can actually claim it's accurate.
Well, it's simple. Come on, guys. Why don't you just roll a 20? Sure, you will need to be trained in stealth, like the rogue. You just need to consistently roll a 20. Every single time.
Yeah, no, that seems reasonable.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh crap, I'm in a... Oh crap. Oh right, you can catch yourself. I was about to say, oh crap, I'm in a restricted area, maybe I should leave. But, then I almost fell to my death, and now I feel much more confident about this.
Fair.
Okay, let's try this again.
Less falling this time.
Okay, I am falling. I'm just falling in the wrong direction.
Pick.
Ooh.
This is falling with style.
There we go. Okay.
Your little house of
Now I
cards
dealt
is
with the hard
crumbling,
part.
Emilio.
A minor setback. It will be dealt with. This povero scemo
A
Antonio
minor
and his
setback.
thieves.
Never mind then. It's the
Not
assassin
as
you should
much
be
of a
worried
setback
about.
as being
What?
Italian.
Is he in Venezia?
He's been
He
here for
works well in
weeks.
the Mushroom
How could
Kingdom.
you be so blind?
Unlike you, I have been busy.
Wait, no. The
Someone
only
has brought
non-Italian
West to our brothers in
human in the
Venezia.
Mushroom Kingdom immediately got promoted to royalty.
Enough with the party. What is it you want?
I guess it is a drawback there.
3 days.
Oh shit, people.
Very well.
Didn't even see you, man.
Assuming you still live. If you want my advice, I'd find a less conspicuous place to win. Set as a target.
That is a fortress.
If you say so. Goodbye, Emilio.
Cazzo, what if he's right? You, call for my boat. It should be close. When it arrives, load those crates and I'll be right back. If Carlos speaks true, I must...
Oh, you don't have to jump down to assassinate people. You can just press assassinate.
Nice.
That makes aerial assassination so much easier, and I still did it.
No, I've worked too hard for this.
Yeah, I think that's all of them on the roof.
Yeah. Okay, looks like there's a dude on that next level. That one.
I think you should be fine.
Nah. If you're gonna be an assassin, you gotta do it right. And if you're gonna do it right, you gotta sneak up behind archers and kill them at their post. Ooh, money. I have almost 33,000 florins. I should not be looting people for literal pocket change.
That's fair.
Like, I'm not gonna stop, but I shouldn't do it.
Like Giovanni. He had just left.
Don't worry, guys, I'm not staying. Did they not get... Yeah. Whatever.
What are you doing here?
Is the ship loaded? Are you ready? Guardia! Guardia!
How'd they... Oh, right, I left the body down there.
Out of the way! Get down!
It's Emilio!
Another winner of the load-bearing posts. The Moon's Haunted bit.
Yeah,
That one is...
It's super.
That one really is top tier.
Isn't
Not be
it? Okay.
afraid.
I was so worried.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The leopard face eating. That's another good
Oh,
one.
yeah.
I
Leopard
thought
Tiger
you-
face party.
Stability. Order.
At too great a cost.
Progress demands sacrifice.
Non trova alcuna gioia in questo, ma non c'è altro modo. Requiescat in pace.
Oh, that's not good. I can't hear that line without thinking of the Boondock Saints version.
There.
Oh my god, I desynchronized because I jumped through the loading area. I jumped out of bounds when I stabbed him.
That's funny.
So it desynced me
That's funny.
because I was in a cutscene and couldn't walk back in. Okay, we're doing this the old-fashioned way then. We're going in the front door with a knife. All right.
I have to wonder, no, I think what actually happened was Emilio got the boat, so it was doing the desynchronization because you failed the condition.
No.
But you killed him as you were failing the
No, it
condition.
said out of bounds. It said out of bounds failure. I went out of bounds, and that's why I failed. That's what it said. It was not out of bounds on the thing. It would have said a different mission parameter fail line.
Well, it said Emilio was taking the boat earlier.
Yeah, but that's not the reason it listed for desync.
So it listed that, then he killed him, then it said out of bounds.
So I got 2 different desyncs,
Yes.
is what you're saying?
Yes.
Just pretty legendary.
We'd have to check.
gonna lie.
We'd have to check the VOD again to see what the actual sequence of events was, but I just know that I remember seeing both.
Yeah. Anyway.
Now the plane should move over to your right.
True.
Oh, never mind. Okay, guess not. Oh no, the boat would be on the other. Okay.
I guess I wanted to climb up these windows.
Only Taylor can get 2 of these things at once for succeeding the mission.
It's a talent of mine.
Yeah, no, that's something we'll have. We would have to rewatch the VOD on to double
The
check.
house of cards is crumbling, Emilio.
A minor setback. It will be dealt with. This povero Scemo Antonio and his thieves.
Never mind then. It's the assassin you should be worried about.
Why? Is he in Venezia?
He's been here for weeks. How could you be so blind?
Unlike you, I've been busy. Someone had to provide the weapons to our brothers in Firenze.
Yes. And we all saw what good that did.
Enough with the bards. What is it you want?
Maestro has called a meeting. 3 days from now at San Stefano.
Very well. I'll be there.
Assuming you still live. If you want my advice...
Guardia!
Get back here!
You won't get away!
Kick his ass. Wow, he really is just running circles around the.
There we go.
He needed to get his 8,000 steps in.
Do not be
Now, if I
afraid.
desync again.
I feel
That would be weird.
only regret.
Call shenanigans.
I thought you
Already am.
Well, yeah. Call war shenanigans.
order.
At too great a cost.
Progress demands sacrifice.
Non trova alcuna gioia in
Yeah, no, this time I take joy in it.
questo. C'è altro modo. Requiescat in
Is
pace.
that what you put me through?
Requiescat in pace.
Spirit of Sancti. Yeah, no, I just got Boondock Saints brain rot.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Thanks, Rosa.
Well, I'm glad you didn't hit me, or this
Come,
would have been real
let's open the
awkward.
gate for Antonio.
Wait, I didn't take out the various archers around the place this time.
Yep.
Set has fallen and Emilio is no more. All thanks to you, Ezio. Go! Tear down Emilio's banners. Return what he has stolen from the people. Tell me, Ezio. How can I repay you?
I normally get paid in paper or
Money.
capes.
Yeah,
That's
it's always
easier.
nice. Give me a cape.
Well, Ezio agrees with you. We are synchronized.
Emilio was meeting with a man named Carlo. He looked to be a government official. Do you know him?
Carlo Grimaldi. He sits on the Council of Ten. Why do you ask? What are you up to?
I have a meeting to attend.
Me. But the council done. Oh,
Everything must go.
I think we're doing,
I'll hide from the animus.
we're doing a time skip or being kicked out of the end.
Sequence 7 complete. We were making really good progress. Mm-hmm. I don't know how many sequences are in the game, but we made it pretty far.
I think it's like 12 or 13.
No, I'm pretty sure it's more.
But
Because
We'll find out.
or we can look it up.
But that takes all the mystery out of it. Don't you want to explore the mystery of this 15-ish-year-old game? I hope it's not older than that.
And alright. Time skip into a different time.
Yep.
Which is probably just like a few
Oh
weeks
wow.
later.
What?
We're making good progress.
I saw the number.
Well, it's a little. It's not precise. I don't know how it's going to turn out exactly. Because what I was reminded was in the original release, 2 sequences were missing,
Oh yeah.
and what I back in is like DLC. I think I probably have those.
Oh, you almost finished.
I don't remember if I had them when I played the first time or not. So I guess we'll see.
Okay. There's a random memory down there.
Venezia.
I think we've done everything important in Venice.
No, just based on the name one, because I think we're gonna have some cool stuff in the next segment. It's the next sequence. We just did 7.
Yeah. Okay.
Which means I think Sector 8 might have one of the cooler things in this game. Just based on the naming of it.
What?
Oh.
I don't know which of like 2 different things this might be, but both of them are cool. So we'll see.
I do appreciate the various notes in the flavor text history note stuff.
Yeah.
Because it gives you a reason to read it if you're not actually interested in the historical stuff.
Fair. Should never again be a grand neighbor power.
Sucks to be them. Ooh, money.
What's the point of this dance?
This is probably a good place to stop.
Do we want to?
We did just finish a sequence. I'm fine either way. I suppose you're the one playing. Up to you if you want to push forward a little further.
I can keep playing.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, it's a good stopping point, but there will be others.
Yeah. Okay.
I see what this next mission is about.
Okay. Looks like the next mission is that one back in Florence.
Let's go ahead and see what it's all about.
Okay.
I guess the other thing we
Back
could
in
do is we could make a
Venice.
quick visit to Monteriggioni and spend some of our massive cash pile on some infrastructure.
We could. I don't want to check that sequence out at the landmark.
That's fair.
Eventually, I do want to collect all of them on this playthrough.
Totally fair.
I think it was always the big mystery cool thing of this one was, you know, the truth. And very ancient alien conspiracy theorist sounding. It's got the same vibe as like a History Channel show, you know?
Very Twilight Zone?
No, much more History Channel than Twilight Zone.
It just reminds me of that one picture where it's like, learning history in elementary school. So here's what happened. Learning history in middle school. Okay, so everything you learned in elementary school, there's a bit more to that than learning history in high school. Okay, there's a bit more to that. This actually happened in college. Everything you know is wrong. And then History Channel. Aliens.
Yeah.
It was definitely aliens.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that makes logical sense to me.
Well, yeah, obviously.
How else would so many people think to build a structure that is largest and most stable at the bottom and gets thinner and less stable the farther you go up? Because you want a fairly stable shape.
Definitely aliens.
Yeah. No human could have ever thought of triangles.
Well, see, here's the thing, though. If we think about it, clearly we would be the aliens to a different planet, so therefore, the History Channel is correct by association.
I don't think I trust the History Channel.
And I'm pulling stuff just out of nowhere, so...
one important thing you gotta know about the History Channel.
It stays as a popular channel or history.
Well, there is also that, but more specifically, it's kind of one of those things where like you can just kind of propose the show and they just kind of put it on.
Oh,
on
Netflix.
time. Like, you don't really have to have like a grounding in like
Yeah, I was
sources.
watching
Part of
the-
why you get to like ancient aliens.
Technically, the
So
History
this also
Channel's
means
correct. It is aliens.
this
Just
also
the
means
aliens are
there's
out.
like a weird surge of like
Scientology?
No, the aliens just, no, just
basically a ton of conspiracy shit makes it on there, not just wacky alien things.
Oh yeah.
And also a lot of like weirdly Nazi favoring history stuff just gets on there. It's kind of like, okay, take the
don't
history sheet
mind
of the insult. And that, most of those things usually didn't make it as big as like their popular shows, but like it was apparently like, you know,
Doesn't the
definitely a
aliens
pretty
guy have his
significant
own
thing.
show on History Channel? I don't know.
I mean, that's where he got his start, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know if he has anything left, but...
Yeah, I don't know if he has anything now, but that is where his famous show was.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much the
Now,
entire
not saying it's
celebrity
aliens, but
status arose.
aliens.
It's 100% aliens.
Alien. I will say, I think the greatest thing he's added to popular culture was a MCU fanfic where a character ends up in the body of Supergirl
My husband carries on with
and she
wanted
goes
sluts.
on his show
My reputation. And I'm stuck with the bastard.
and dives
Please,
into
make
the
him
actual
feel my
ancient
displeasure.
aliens in the MCU.
That's a pretty good bet.
Look at the unfaithful husband.
Wait, they're all unfaithful.
Not all of them.
One thing that I will say is very funny is, you know how most superhero universes will have their like really aggressive cop show guy that's like,
Yeah, J. Jonah Jameson.
yeah, that kind of character who like, oh, you know, hates superheroes, is like a jerk about everything, you know. But the fact that the DC version of that guy is technically like a god, an evil god from Apocalypse that just riles up people on Earth out of the daytime talk shows. That's his like evil plan.
You know what?
That eventually leads to him becoming president, like ruling over Earth or whatever. Yeah. That's I just think that's very funny.
I think the guy's talking or something.
Yeah, he is.
There we go.
I'm pretty sure I'm misremembering his name because I've been playing too much Elden Ring.
That's a tough problem to have.
Because I want to say I keep wanting to say his name is Golden Godfrey, but I'm not sure about that actually.
Okay, I'll hit up that Assassin's Tomb and then we can call it.
Okay.
Wait, did that?
Did that not?
Glorious Godfrey. I was close actually.
It must have reloaded when I...
Yeah, okay.
Huh.
Hooray for flags.
Free money, I guess. Oh.
Realistic of being wet.
But yes, if you ever watched the old Justice League cartoons, this was like the angry TV show host that almost made the Flash give up being a superhero.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, G. Gordon Godfrey, and that guy's literally just a plant from Darkseid.
That's pretty great, actually.
Yeah, G. Gordon Godfrey, secretly, his name is actually Glorious Godfrey, and he's an evil god. And it's like, okay. Yeah. They really came for his ass.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why I want to murder this guy, but apparently I do.
I don't technically know what his domain is, but it's like something for his mom.
Oh, hey, who are you?
It is said you often help the common folk.
Oh yeah,
Did
there we
I
go.
ask you to beat some sense into my rotten adulterous joke of a husband?
Well, I wasn't doing anything more important. Oh, this one's promiscuous.
Yeah.
Okay, what look are we going for here? Wetlands Ivory, Wetlands Ebony, Wetlands Steel, or Wetlands Auburn.
Let's go steel.
Yeah, I do kind of like it.
Yeah, that's fair. Looks pretty good.
Really classic.
Wise purchase. Good day, senor.
Yeah.
But we do need a better cape. Here we go.
Yeah, that looks good. Jump push.
Okay. This lock is beyond my capabilities.
I was gonna say, probably move away and move back to it. Maybe you could.
It's fine. I've got better things to do than loot a chest of free money.
Yeah, fair.
God, I wish I could do that in real life. Okay, adulterous husbands. Ho.
All the way over here.
Why does Italy have so many tailor shops?
Oh. They need to make a lot of clothes.
I guess. Hey, look, another test. And this one's even willing to share its wares with me.
They have lots of tailor shops because they need a tailor who's playing.
That was terrible. You should feel that, and I've heard it before.
But also, that does sound about right.
I mean, I did laugh, so.
Yeah.
Whoops.
You're supposed to beat him up, not kill him!
That's what we call an oopsie doodle.
How was I supposed to know he couldn't survive a single minor assassination attempt?
Simple. It was because you burned him.
Simple. We kill the bat.
See, your knife just like whenever it stabs into someone, they actually just burst them into flames.
Am I hunting vampires?
No.
Is this Holy Steel?
I think you're hunting wabbits.
Wait, does that mean? Okay, if it's Holy Steel, Da Vinci was definitely the one to arrange that.
Well,
is Da Vinci a priest?
Okay, it's actually simple.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if he was trained.
Your blades are coated in garlic and olive oil.
I thought that's what my poison blades had.
Which causes anyone who is not a true Italian to burst into flames when stabbed with them.
Oh, so don't give them to Bowser. They won't work.
So, pick your response, and it's terrible, but great. No, I'm not ashamed, and I'm not surprised you've heard it before. Because he can't swim.
Because nobody can swim except you, yes. You're kind of bad at this. Not gonna lie.
Yes, as an assassin, I am kind of bad at non-lethal damage. It's not exactly my specialty.
Look.
Okay, now, you know, looking back at Oblivion, the non-lethal assassination mission is the only one I regularly failed as a child, so I have a history of this.
It's simple. You fail if you desynchronize if you fail, which means Ezio succeeds. So Ezio has no problems with non-lethal assassinations. Skill issue.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I'll just count it again.
Yeah, I don't think I can afford any of that gear. Just kind of a little outside my comfortable price range.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, maybe if it was a painting, I'd be willing to pour like 14 grand into it. But, you know, a painting has practical value.
It's true.
Yeah, it provides value. Like, literally. It just provides value.
In the way I play the game, that's actually true. I always prioritize things that make more money over things that actually make you better at the game.
Okay, I'm gonna beat you in this direction.
Wise.
Hey, let go of me.
Kick him walls down! Oh, now the guards are gonna get upset?
Well, now they don't care.
All right. You know what? She's right.
Justice has been delivered.
You can't turn off my
I
lock
know,
on.
I know, it's weird. Okay.
Come, distinguished client.
Okay, now that I'm no longer distracted from what I was doing, what was? Oh right, the Assassin's Tomb.
It's right over there.
Hey, look, failing forward. That's what I'm all about doing.
I thought you were failing backwards.
You would think that.
Yeah, because it's what happened.
No, I think I failed forward.
You failed backwards and then you succeeded forwards.
It's because
Simple.
time is a circle. And I'm the first flame.
You know, I think time isn't really a circle. It's more like a great big ball of...
Yeah, I can't think
Jello.
of the rest of it.
Let's call it time jello.
Okay, that's... Okay, if you'd said it was a block of time jello, I'd assume you were actively looking into recent developments in modern physics understandings. Because that's pretty accurate to what a lot of physicists and like are saying these days.
Yeah. If we assume a spherical jello in a vacuum, then really it all makes sense.
Wait, if everything makes sense, why don't we ever use sense in our daily shopping?
The same reason why we don't measure in atoms.
Yeah, Adam Sandler would be a horrible unit of measurement. He's like, what, 11? 7? I don't know.
Well,
I've never looked at him next to someone else.
Unit measurement, it's a rate measurement. It's one bad movie per year. That's one Adam Sandler when measuring the rate.
It's always weird when he does a movie and you're like, wait, I actually really enjoyed that. Because everyone has at least one movie of his, if they've watched enough of them, that were like, no, that was actually pretty good. I enjoyed that.
I think I probably watched like maybe
I
two
think
movies.
there's one that
You're better off. Don't.
I don't remember if that
Yeah.
was actually him or not because I don't remember.
I know there's
him.
one movie that's usually considered to be like one of his best ones, and it's
The
actually
diamond
not,
one?
not. I don't remember, but I remember it's not a comedy.
Yeah, I think I know. I think it's the one I'm thinking of. Basically, he owes a bunch of money to a mob guy in New York, and he ends up gambling, having this like absurdly risky bet. Better odds winning lottery.
Isn't that also the movie that it's also the movie where it's like one of the few movies that showed Shadow of the Colossus.
No, that wouldn't be though. I don't think it's that one.
Because I think Adam Sandler played Shadow of the Colossus at one point on like a movie.
Yeah, I don't.
I think it was Adam Sandler. It might have been that might have been actually a completely different actor.
Yeah. It sounds vaguely familiar, but I don't think it was that movie. Oh wait, I can swim.
Hey look, I bought. And Piggy's saying Punch Drunk Love or Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems.
So Piggy, you weren't here for one of our very first streams. We've actually got a bot before, so this is our second one.
Yeah, we got one that was like literally the very first one we did.
Literally our very first viewer was just a bot. Okay, I don't gain desynchronization for this.
I guess that's not true. I have seen Paul Blart Mall That's it.
Oh, was that Adam Sandler?
As director, I think, based on this list. Or wait, producer.
Okay.
Interesting.
Because I watched that and no,
it's on the list of his filmography, but you know, it's got like
Paul Blart Mall Cop was kind of like it was a fun like cute movie.
Yeah, I kind of remember it fondly for like what it was. Most of these Adam Sandler movies, though, I've never actually seen.
Never gonna watch it.
Yeah, me neither.
That's not the kind of movie I want to have a sequel.
Yeah, I think that might literally be the only one on this list I've ever seen.
Yeah, I watched a decent chunk of his stuff over the years. He is honest. He's better than people give him credit for, but Never been my favorite. I banned the bot.
Oh, bot has been banned.
Beast.
Okay, I'm gonna have to
Oh,
look up.
what?
I'm gonna have to look up the Adam Sandler philosophy as well.
There! He's escaping!
That is a different
Eccolo!
person.
There! There!
Let my brain just.
Okay.
Forgot about it.
Ragazzi, let's try it again!
I am getting better at these timings. Every time I say I'm getting better at these timings, I immediately miss the next one.
I know I watched.
To be fair, I know I watched it. That is hubris in action.
I know I watched a bit of Happy Gilmore, but I know I didn't watch the entirety of it.
Happy Gilmore was a good one. I enjoyed it. No idea if it holds up, but years ago it was good. Oh good, I killed him behind cover, so this guy doesn't know I'm here.
Yeah, I don't think I watched Punk Drunk Love. It doesn't sound familiar to me.
Okay.
Oh, was he producer for it? Oh, he was producer for Master of Disguise. Okay.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, me neither. Man, that movie was. To be fair, I only watched part of the movie. I didn't actually watch the entirety of it, and it was like halfway through.
It has like a reputation, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I watched it years ago.
I realized looking at this, I don't think it's the movie I was thinking of when I was thinking about it. When somebody was talking about it, I was like, oh yeah, I remember that movie. I remember that being wacky. It's a different movie I'm thinking of, so I don't know what that movie is apparently.
Oh, he was producer for that. Okay. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I watched the Benchwarmers.
Are we having some trouble figuring out where to go?
We are definitely having that, yes.
Okay.
Fortunately, everyone's dead, so that problem's out of the way.
Yeah, that does help. Oh, I think I remember seeing bedtime stories on TV at one point.
Yeah, without pictures, none of this sounds familiar. Most of this doesn't sound familiar anymore.
Yeah, I'm looking at it, and I remember it being mainly just cute. It wasn't anything like outstanding, but it was kind of like just kind of a more cute, like feel good one.
Fair. As a kid, I was mostly sticking to horror and the like, so.
I remember Paul Blart.
Oh, gross.
Oh yeah, Zookeeper. I never watched that one, but I heard people talking about it and saying that was like one of the better ones.
Oh, that was, yeah. If that's what I'm thinking of, that was. Yeah.
Oh, I did not know this. He actually voiced Dracula in Hotel Transylvania. I had no idea.
Haven't even watched that movie.
Me either.
But I did know
that was on the list. I'm aware of that movie, but I haven't watched it myself yet.
Ah,
Oh, dang it. That was not ideal. I bet you were probably pretty close to. Oh, I've got a way back up in case I fall.
I'm sure I was literally right at one. At least this isn't a hard one to do.
Or more.
I feel like that animation runs for like a half second too long. Like if you just cut off a little bit at the end, it'd feel a lot smoother.
The wind up is quite long too.
But the wind up doesn't bother me. The fact you can't control, like, that's when you gain control back. Okay.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't an Adam Sandler movie. It was Reign Over Me. That where Adam Sandler plays Shadow of the Colossus in the movie.
Fun.
I didn't remember that being just some weird detail that I remember hearing about.
Yeah, I remember a game or some movie set in the 80s involved dynamite blowing up a cave that lets you travel through time. And they were playing entering Ganon's castle on the Rainbow Bridge in Ocarina of Time.
That's great.
And I watched this movie the same week I entered Ganon's castle for the first time. I really should have been paying attention to that cutscene.
Well, this part was straightforward.
Yeah, I just
On him!
I just remember reading something about like Shadow of the Colossus being played in a movie and it being like an outstanding movie. But apparently Rain Over Me also did like pretty well. Or at least it's like usually shown as like one of the better showings that he's done.
Sure.
I haven't watched it either.
You biffed it.
Yeah.
Possibly even beefed it.
Let's not go that far. Okay, I beefed it. I hate when they force me to use performance-enhancing drugs. Like arsenic.
Remember, real winners don't do arson.
Now,
real winners are cowards, then.
Now, that's a lie.
Well, actually, you know what real winners do?
Strong arsenic?
A beverage containing rat poison.
Only Olympic winners do that.
Exactly. Are you familiar with this story?
Yeah, I remember that.
I was reminded of this the other day when I was talking to my dad, and I had to explain the whole bit. It was like, man, absolutely like one of the most mismanaged sporting events in history.
Good, the horses aren't enemies. I don't have to assassinate them.
Let's assassinate them anyways.
I'm not sure I want to try.
Yeah, they'll probably actually be Ezio in a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Let you.
Wow, he even managed to swing at me and I still assassinated him. I guess that's what that was. Let's...
Behold.
Okay, looks like we're popping up here.
Behold. Gameplay. Very smooth.
I'm not judging Ezio for doing that, because if I could, I'd probably do the same. But I am curious. Actually, no, I answered my own question.
Yeah, it's purely for style points.
Just how it goes.
Wait. Okay, no, it's not right there.
I think there's a little plank right there. Surprised you're not burning the shield down.
They're very, very well-made shields.
You know, it truly is incredible that this place has fallen apart in just the right way to allow you to access the chamber beneath it.
Oh,
but
yeah.
not in the wrong way to prevent you from reaching it in other ways.
That's not at all incredible, actually. Okay, I beat this one.
Yeah.
Okay, I need that.
There we go. Run, Ezio, run!
Quit gentle pushing. You're not Altair. You rob people.
Gentle push. So the camera angles are very wonky. Yeah, for this.
Gotta channel that Resident Evil 2 energy.
There you go.
Hell yeah. Sarcombergam. 300 whole florins. Truly the incredible wealth of an ancient tomb.
You know the I forget what tomb it was, but it's from like early BC, like 8 or 7 to 10,000, somewhere in there. Had like 50,000 coins buried with the guy.
That sounds about right.
The rich never change, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was during that whole time where they thought that if you put worldly possessions near you, you'd take him to the afterlife.
Yeah. To be fair, that was mostly the Egyptians,
Well,
the
that's what I mean.
Chinese, and a few other people.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean, so.
Yeah. Not everyone was thinking that, though.
Yeah, but
Rafa
I'll
knows.
refer to
I
Egyptians.
guess so.
But, yeah. Yeah, that is a lot of money.
That wasn't very cash money of you.
Wasn't that one meme, like, that was, like, a couple years before COVID by that, like, one teenage girl at, like...
You gotta narrow it down.
Yeah, do you have any idea how little that narrows
She sat on like TV. She sat on like TV, and she got into an argument with someone on TV, and there's like one of those little reality TV show, not reality TV shows, but one that's like, was it Dr. Phil or something like that? And she's like, "Catch me outside. How about that?" I just remember that.
Fair. That doesn't sound familiar the slightest to me personally.
Yeah, it was like it became like a whole meme, like in like 2016 or something like that.
Fair.
Gotcha. I don't remember
Piggy
memes
said,
from
"Yeah,
that far
Dr.
back.
Phil."
But the actual answer is, I remember memes from much further back, but only some of them.
Don't be shy. I only aim to heal.
Yeah, fair. Alright.
Oh, his chest full.
Yeah, we definitely need to head back.
Oh yeah, let's go do that right now then.
I need my money.
It's my money and I want it now.
Call JG Watford.
That's been
How do
steered
we-
into
how do
my
we-
brain for far too long.
Yeah.
JG Wentworth, 877 cash now.
Oh.
Call now.
Oh, that part, none of that part actually jarred me at all. Literally don't remember that part.
I hate you. On a deep and personal level.
What you do? What you haven't watched the opera, JG Wentworth opera? Oh man, we need to pull up the JG Wentworth opera.
We do.
I think I'm alright.
No.
It's a huge epic tale. Has very good character development, and also, of course, with a good opera, very good like acoustics with the.
I don't like it,
the sound.
but it is literally better written than a lot of TV that was on at the time.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's really crazy how much of an advertising win it can be to just be good at your job and make good things.
Pretty ridiculous concept.
It kind of reminds me, I was learning that apparently tons of things that we just kind of like are just kind of part and parcel of stuff are were invented to sell cigarettes initially. Did you know we have cigarette sales to thank for the invention of collectible trading cards?
No idea.
Yeah.
What's best viewers on something?
Yeah,
I'm gonna swing around so that I can read that or attempt to.
Do we have profanity censorship going?
no, because Vicky's been able to swear just fine.
I think there was something of a built-in one. We saw.
We turned it off on a previous one of them. Huh, weird. Wait, I just ran right in the opposite direction.
Whoops.
Yeah, because I remember checking through this, and there wasn't really.
Weird.
There might be like some built-in stuff
Yeah,
that isn't like directly stream controlled.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, something we don't really know about.
Yep.
But hey, first time chat, so welcome, Duggan.
Yeah.
Duggan,
Glad to have you.
Let's go get our cash money.
and spend it all on
As we
bank,
absolutely do not say holla holla.
thieves,
Yeah,
and brothels, I think.
I think we already did that.
I think we already did the first level of banks, too.
Yeah, but the banks are one of the upgradable ones.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Either way, let's see how much money's in our chest here. I'm curious.
Yeah, 8,000.
Huh, that seems like a weird amount for it to be maxed out.
It's maxed based on what you can bring in. So the more you earn, the more the higher it'll go.
Shall we take a look at the list? Beta tester.
Yeah, this is true.
Thanks, Picky.
Okay.
The children yearn for the mine.
Yeah, right. That was a big goal. We have mines now. We got a brothel. Oh, let's finish upgrading the bank. Let's see, what else does this place need to thrive? We're from Florence originally, so we definitely need to upgrade the art merchant.
Yep.
I agree.
Well, let's see. So we have...
Okay. Tailor, probably.
I think so, because with that, we will have the full complement of Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy.
Should we get a military barracks?
Sure.
I guess.
It'll keep,
Might as well get the
it'll
church as
keep
well.
bandits out.
Do I have to?
Yeah. Might as well
I
get it. Just add.
don't want to invite the wrong sword in is all.
Okay, but
I don't think we're going to invite the wrong store. Considering what we are in this.
Well, we're an assassin that's opened with a well, a thieves guild, and a brothel.
Yeah, exactly. No, two people that are going to this church are going to be just fine.
There's simply two things. One, we could always get a cool church guy. And two, if we don't, we just assassinate them. It's fine.
Oh, good. We can't afford the blacksmith. I was worried.
Well, I again, no. Just with what we have in this whole villa, no. The people that are going to be at this church are probably going to be pretty fine.
That plus 58,000 value.
All right. Look, we're 52% completion. Nice. All right. 3 out of 22 weapons. Perfect.
Oh, we do want to collect the armor. That's terrible. We're never collecting all the weapons. I guess we could put it on display, actually. Oh, yay. Okay.
A presto, Ezio.
A presto.
And then that codex, yeah.
Yep.
That looks good.
What's page 5?
The ones that came before.
That's probably not going to be important.
Again.
What are those artifacts? Messages in a bottle? Tools left behind to aid and guide us?
Aliens.
It's not going to be aliens. There's no way Assassin's Creed's going to go into the ancient alien conspiracy. That would be silly.
No, they do ancient gods instead.
See, no, not makes sense.
Ancient aliens. It's all true.
Genghis Khan.
Perfect.
Never heard of him. Must not be important. Though I bet he would look sick with a rainbow sword.
Honestly, if we had a Genghis Khan, who is just like an alternate Altair.
It would actually.
We are halfway on Codex pages now.
I think I grabbed 2 more seals at this point. So
Yeah.
I think that's 4.
beginning of the session, one at the end.
Yeah.
Or, recently.
So yeah, I already got that. No.
I think the sparkling ones are the ones you can put in.
Yeah, the sparkling ones are the ones that you can interact with.
There we go.
This guy.
Get a load of this guy, can't.
Neat.
Yeah.
Okay, and put up the last one.
It's very funny that placing the seals is giving plus 25 value. How are we making money? Is we showing this to anybody?
No.
Yeah, it's certification.
Alright. Only 2 more.
Yep.
Perfect.
Well, those are way easier to do than I ever remember them being as a kid. Because I never did more than maybe one of them in my many playthroughs of this game as a kid.
I'm pretty sure I did all 6 the one time I played.
Say that again?
Yeah.
I think I might have done all 6 the one time I played.
Neat.
Fair. Oh yeah, this is this one where.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your armory. Show off all your cool shit.
I guess I should buy all of the weapons just so I can display them.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
There's no practical use for them otherwise.
That's true. I mean, what are you gonna do with them? Besides just show them.
Throw them at somebody. That's what two-handed hammers are for.
You know what? No, you have a point there. Yeah, you can throw them at people.
A lot of them are kind of unwieldy though.
So that just means they hit harder. Lady within her mind.
Okay, I have to have that one.
Yeah.
Like that one's going on display prominently. Oh, I thought this said Bastardo and Federico.
What is the ideal suit? Ah, gotcha.
It's very ideal.
Mm-hmm.
Idyllic.
Yeah,
One might
I'll buy
even
an ideal
say.
city.
Don't forget to send your friends.
Hey, look at that. 300 florins.
Yeah. This place cleans up nicely.
Yeah.
Quite a few different accessories too.
Alright.
Probably good to call it there, or
Yeah.
Alright. So, we'll be it for at least tonight's stream with Assassin's Creed 2.
We've made some pretty significant progress.
Honestly, yeah, we did.
All things considered, maybe. I feel like we're probably halfway, maybe a little under, depending on
It feels like we're
how
at.
long everything is.
It feels like we're at least halfway. I mean, just look at how much we've been able to renovate the city.
Yeah.
We're almost done with that.
Yep. So there's obviously still stuff to do, but in terms of the main progression, we've definitely moved on pretty far. We've done, of course, like 4 out of the 6 tombs.
Yeah.
And we've done 2 out of 16 secrets of the truth.
That's weird. I'm not desynchronizing for entering a church.
Well, yeah, that's...
Well, clearly it's the church isn't sanctified, so you're fine.
That makes
It does
sense.
look like there's something up there.
Yeah.
If I can figure out how to get up there.
Very careful. I would climb up on this side from the windows and try going across the rafter beams. Would maybe be my suggestion. Maybe you can do the stained glass window on the right hand side here.
come on, let's see ya.
There we
That
go.
works.
You
You might need to climb to the left.
and see
I
how
bet
why
the
are
roof
you
was
like
blocking
this.
you.
Okay, there was a good use for the church. You were right.
Yeah, see?
A place to loot.
Why would they build a brand new church pre-installed with lootable treasure?
Because why not?
So funny.
Why not?
I guess theoretically it might have been renovating an old one.
Oh, it was.
Hey, look,
Probably use the voice at some
we
point.
get like a 1% discount.
You got 15% for the doctor? No, wait, no, it's doctor. No, I think doctor goes 3. Okay, let's call it there.
Okay, well, thank you all for watching and joining us.
Yeah.
It was a good stream, and
Catch you next time.
back again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.